Hello, race fans, and welcome once again to the North American iRacing Stock Car Challenge. Here we are, Season 1, round number 14, tonight here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And the guys are getting close to wrapping up practice here, and have something a little new for you tonight here. You're going to enjoy it. First, let's take a look at the weather. 83 degrees outside. Look at the wind, 6 miles an hour gusting out there tonight, and the track temperature is 85 degrees. Not super warm out there, but we'll see how the guys handle it tonight at this 1.45 D-shaped oval. And of course, we have the fixed setups tonight. Damage is on, and they have the one fast repair. And for the first time tonight on Rice Motorsports TV, we're going to have live qualifying tonight, and I mean completely live. And so this, we're looking forward to this 100% here. So let's go ahead and go down on the track here and see who's up and running. Who is that? Sean Huffstutler there, I believe, coming out. Let's see. He's currently second fastest with a 29.647. And then Huffstutler, he has been making his way up to the front quite a bit here lately, and looking to make some good things happen tonight. Right behind him, there's the 19 of Merrick Watchhorn, 8th quickest at the moment. Let's see who else is on track. There's the 57 of Thomas Walter. He's 7th fastest, 29.785. And don't forget, when you go to the YouTube channel there, if you're on your phones, look it down in the description. There's a link there to live timing and scoring. So even if I don't have it up on the screen, you can, if you're watching, say, on your computer or your smart TV, pull that up on your phone, and you can see a lot of what I see that I don't always have room to put up on the screen, and a lot of good information there for you to check out. Just another feature we bring you here on Rice Motorsports TV. Let's see who else is out there. Here's the 12 of Ryan Ferraro. He's 13th at the moment, 29.888. I believe that was, who was that right behind him? There's Jesse Thornock making his way out onto the track. He's 12th fastest at the moment. Boy, Charlotte's a good racing track too, boy. I think this is going to be a lot of fun here tonight. Thornock gets up to speed here. And about 2 minutes left before qualifying begins. So we're going to get things set here. We're going to take a real quick break, and we'll be right back.
We are back at North Wilkesboro, North Carolina, where the field is rolling out for the start of today's 400-lap race on this .625-mile racetrack. And just as the field comes around turn number 4, the sunshine peeks through, helping warm things here. Bill Elliott leads him down. Benny Parsons on the outside. The green flag flies, and the first Union 400 Winston Cup race from North Wilkesboro is underway. Everybody as Bill Elliott has the lead, and Dale Earnhardt has jumped into second position, followed by Benny Parsons and Bobby Allison. Oh, here we go. It's just about to go away. They both coming out of turn 4. Earnhardt gets the lead. We had just heard from our spotters that Neil Martin. Will be his 24th career win. Dale Earnhardt wins the first Union 400 in North Wilkesboro.
Okay, we're back here, and just in time. The clock is counting on down, and just about to bring things to a close here at the practice session. The checkered flag is out, and the guys are going to start to line up on pit road for live qualifying tonight. Boy, this should be fun. And here we go. There's the server rolling over. And what they're going to do is all the drivers are going to line up on pit road, on the outside of pit road there. And we'll wait for the first car to head on out. And we will follow his progress. And of course, they'll be going out one at a time. Normally, they've been doing what's called private quality, where everybody just goes out at the same time, but you can only see one guy at a time. And we're going to do it real world style tonight. You know, the guys are going to line up, and we're going to watch each driver take his shot at pole position. So I think everybody's getting in position now. And looks like first out will be Max Foner there, the 54 machine. Now we have 2 flying laps here. This first lap to get up to speed here. He comes around and takes the checker flag, not the checker flag, but the across the start finish line. He will take the green flag. And this should be his start of his first timed lap here. Getting through turns 1 and 2 good there. Good exit speed off of 2. Put those tires up to a good operating temperature, and here he's making his way out of 4 down to the line. This will be his first time across. His first time lap will be a 30.025. And actually, okay, it looks like maybe they'll only get 1 lap. I guess to keep everything so as not take too long. Looks like the guys are just going to only get 1 lap. So that will make it interesting. Boy, just one shot at it to get it right. So here's Dustin Bohannon. Now he starts his first time run here, or this will be his lap. The 1 shot that he gets to try to bump Foner off the top step there. Bohannon making his way through turns 3 and 4. Here he comes across the line. Did it look like he might have touched the wall just a little bit? And you know what? If you make contact with the wall, okay, it did count. It wasn't that much contact. 30.142, and that's good for second fastest. And because if you make too much contact, it will actually disqualify your lap. And so you definitely don't want to run off course or make contact with the wall. So now we're going to wait to see who's the next guy out. Don't see anybody else on track just yet. I think Vince, there he is. Vince Sora's coming out now. Number 14. Now Sora, I believe he might have been the fastest in practice. I'm not sure. I saw him up there at the top of the charts. And so yeah, he's going to get 1 shot here to see if he can put that 14 car on the pole. And here he is starting his first time to run. Pretty cloudy this afternoon as they move into the evening here. Boy, he's really hugging that wall. He takes her down through turns 3 and 4. Here he comes across the line. Let's see what kind of time he gets. And Sora's right to the top, folks, 29.723. Here's your pole sitter at the moment, and we'll see who can challenge that. He has definitely thrown down the gauntlet there, and now it's up to everybody else. Now here comes the 94 machine, Sean Huffstudler. He'll be the first one to step up to that challenge. Sora was the first one into the 29. Let's see if Huffstudler can get there. Getting her in gear and up to speed, going into turns 3 and 4 here to start his qualifying run. And now he's on his way. Making his way onto the back stretch. Nice smooth exit there to turn 2. And it comes down to the line. Let's see what he comes away with. And Huffstudler, he slots in the second position, also into the 29s with that 29.963. Excellent run for Sean Huffstudler. Okay, here comes the 92 of Adam Westfield. I don't know about you guys, but I'm just grinning ear to ear, man. I'm loving this live qualifying, and I hope you guys are loving it too, man. This is the way it's supposed to be. You know, this is what we all love our racing, and we love every part of it. We love the racing, the qualifying, everything, and we're just happy to see it here on Rice Motorsports TV. All right, Westfield, he takes the line now, starting off his qualifying lap here. And you know, it adds a little bit of pressure to the drivers because they know that everyone else is looking at them right now. And, you know, it's not just them and a bunch of other cars out there that they can't see. Everybody has their chance to be in the spotlight. And here comes Westfield. Let's see where he ends up. And he comes away third fastest with a 29.991. Now, let's see. Looks like he's still up to speed. Okay, he finally shut it down. I thought, like, oh, no, hopefully he's not going for another one. There's Tom Sinchak coming out of pit road there, starting his run. And, you know, we've seen Tom up at the front. You know, he's definitely got a fast car, and he definitely knows how to get to the front and just stay up in that top 5 all night long. Now he starts his qualifying run. Making his way onto the backstretch there. Okay, here he comes across the line here. Let's see what Sinchak comes away with. And he bumps Sean Huffstudler down to third to go into second place with that 29.809. Next up is the 12 of Ryan Ferraro. Making his way around now on the back stretch. Actually, the front stretch here about to come across for his time here. Starting his only time lap. And so far, man, those 29s are real close. Sora, he's definitely ahead of everybody else, but we've got 2 29.9s and 1 29.8 there. Okay, Ferraro brings it to the line. Let's see what he comes away with. Ferraro slots into the third position, a 29.898. Good run for the 12 machine. Next up is the 48 of Christopher Lewis. Getting up to speed now. Comes down to 3 and 4 to come down to the line to start his timed run. And the clock is ticking. He's got the turns 1 and 2 there very nicely. Okay, here he comes down to the line. Let's see what Lewis comes away with. And he is 8th fastest with a 30.278. Next up is the one machine of Dakota Moniz. Dakota, he's had a bit of an up and down season. You know, he's had some moments there where he's been at the front. He's able to get to the front and not get caught up in trouble. He's been able to put together some strong runs. Looking to get that one machine up to that #1 spot. Here we come down to the line to start his timed run. Making his way through turns 3 and 4. Here he comes to the line, and he will be in. Put him at 9th position with a 30.362. Pulling it down on the inside to cool down as he heads towards the pits. And next up, we have the 46 of Matthew Mackin. This may be another new driver. I know they have some reserve drivers as well. And he may be a reserve driver or a new driver to the league. This is my first time I think I've seen Matthew here. Making his way out of turn 4, and here he is across the line to start his timed run. There he takes her down into 3 and 4. Okay, he brings her down to the line. Let's see where he ends up. Crosses the line, and Matthew ends up in 8th position there with a 30.229. Making his way down the backstretch there, the cool down lap. Next up is the 16 of Aaron Karlik. Hitting the back stretch, get that Ford up to speed here. Here he is across the line to start his timed run, and off and running. rocketing down that backstretch. Here he goes into turns 3 and 4. And let's see what he comes away with. And looks like he's fourth fastest with the 29.953. Good run there for Aaron. And next up we have the 57 of Thomas Walter. Now he's on his way on his time to run. Oh, he got down on that apron just a bit there. And, you know, he's going to continue on, but he knows that he might have had an error there, and that probably messed up his chances for a really strong run. He's going to continue anyway. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to, the lap will count, because it looked like he did get down below the line there just a little bit. Let's see if he gets an official time here. And yes, he looks like, well, they have him down at 12th. Because I think if you get, like I said, if you hit the wall or if you go below the line, then that will discount your lap. So unfortunately, Walter did not get a chance. Let's see, did he get a lap time? Oh, yes, he did. Okay, 31.468. I stand corrected. And that is 12 fastest. Let's see who's up next. Looks like it's going to be the 24, Landon Durhol there. Gotta be careful not to go up above that line. See that blue cone he just went past? That marks the end of the pit exit. And you can only enter the racetrack once you pass that blue cone. Otherwise, you'll get a black flag penalty. You definitely don't want to do that coming out now. Here he goes. Starts his qualifying run. Making his way down to turns 3 and 4. Here he comes down to the line. Let's see what Landon comes away with here. And he is 8th fastest with a 30.035. Just did miss that 29-second group there. Next up, we have the 27, Mike Vano, taking that Folgers machine out onto the track. Mike has also shown some flashes of speed there. You know, he has been in the wrong place at the wrong time several times in the season and get caught up in things. But when given the opportunity to get to the front, he has been able to do some battling up there. Let's see if he can get that 27 car up closer to the front at the start of this race. Making his way down to the line now. Here he starts his timed run. A little bit of a high line going through turns 1 and 2 there. Making his way now through turns 3 and 4. As he crosses the start-finish line, let's see what he gets here. And Vanna will end up 10th fastest, so 30.183. That would be a good starting spot for him if he can hold on to that time there for that top 10 position. Next up is the 19 Americ Watchhorn. Now he just came off a win last week at the All-Star race, and he's looking to have one now for the official points races. And he comes off of 4, start his timed run. And he also took a bit of a higher line, just like Vano did, going into turns 1 and 2. And he makes his way down to the line, and let's see what he gets. And Watchhorn will slot in at the 9th position, a 30.070. Another really close miss to that 29-second bracket there. Let's see. Looked like Lewis was getting ready to go. There might have been a little bit confusion on who's going to go next. James Trammell, he's out. Your next guy out in the 20 car. Oh, and he managed to save it. Oh, I think. Oh, no. Oh, into the wall. Oh, man. Yeah, he was. I guess he had that adrenaline flowing, man. Just really wanted to get out there and get going, but you really got to be careful going around turns 1 and 2 there on that flat surface. It's a little unforgiving, and oh man, and that 20 machine is pretty damaged in the front, and whether or not he'll even make an attempt might be doubtful. I don't know if they'll let him. I don't know if he can even go back in and get another shot at it. He may be able to. We'll see if they let him go out later. He may be able to go back and go to the garage and get her fixed and come back on out. But in the meantime, we got Dustin Schwingel out on track. Now he's coming to the line. I'm not sure if he's just starting his timed run here, I believe. Oh, no, he's done. So he's 16th fastest with that 1:19.771. Now that's I'm not sure what happened there. There might have been something where he wasn't up to speed. So this is probably his time run here, because there's no way that that's his official lap time. And here he goes. And he is 10th fastest with 30.129. I think what happens is the further back they start, if they cross the start-finish line, I think the clock is actually kind of ticking, even before they get out there. And that's why it's showing such a long lap time, that first out lap. Here's Jesse Thornock making his way out. Make sure he keeps that car planted on the ground as he goes around that flat turn there. Now you can get up to speed and put the pedal to the metal here. He's taking a bit higher. It looks like even a little bit more of a high line going through turns 3 and 4. And now he's that was his first. That wasn't actually a timed lap. Oh, he's trying to hang on to it, and he does save it, but he's obviously not going to improve. And let's see as he crosses the line. And his second lap will be, well, I'm not sure. Okay, 32. Okay, because he obviously had lost control there earlier, so that made it impossible to really catch up. Okay, here's Maurice Gomillion. I believe that even though it may show a lap time, this should be the start of his first official timed lap. Let's see what it does here. Now he'll be coming around for his first and only official hot lap. The pole time to beat is at 29.723. And as Maurice crosses the line, he will come away with fourth fastest time, a 29.935. Good run for the 44 machine. And let's see who will be next. Nobody else has come out yet. I'm just trying to make sure everyone is, if there is a specific order. I don't know if they have a specific order or they're just going by pit stalls or not, but I don't see anybody else on track as of yet. And let's see here. Because there are 3 or 4 drivers that I have not seen yet. Now, I don't know if they're just not going to qualify or not. But as of yet, I don't see anybody else. We have Patrick Hernandez. He's still on. He's not going. Well, somebody's on track. I hear a car out there. Okay, there is Joshua Stevens. That's who's on track. And that time there, that was probably from him just crossing the start-finish line, getting out of pit road there. So this is it. This right here will be his official timed lap. And I'm thinking that's what happened, why it's showing that first lap time. Let's see, Joshua, let's see where he comes away at. He is, looks like 17th fastest with 30.390. Yeah, if your pit stall is back past the start finish line, you are going to show some kind of time when you first come out on that out lap. So there's nothing that they can really do about that. But you can clearly see what the time will be once they get up to speed. And let's see, looks like a few guys. Not sure if they're coming. I don't see anybody else on the way out yet. Let's see. Let's see. Danny Long, he's not out. Bohannon. Now he's already run. He's the 12th fastest. Okay, I guess looks like some of the other guys are not going to. I guess they're not going to qualify, and I think Patrick Hernandez was one of them. And so we're going to go ahead and we're rolling this thing over to the race session here. And here you guys, they're coming out now and doing that Le Mans style start there. Let's go ahead and pull up this starting grid for you here. We have Vincent Sora on the pole. Starting next to him will be Tom Senchak. Ryan Ferraro third. Maurice Gomillion with a great qualifying there for fourth place. Aaron Kralik starting fifth. Sean Huffstetter, sixth position. Adam Westfield in seventh. Starting eighth is Max Foner. Landon Durhol will be in the ninth spot. Merrick Watchhorn rounds out the top 10. 11th place we have Dustin Swingle. Then Dustin Bohannon in 12th. 13th position, we have Mike Vano. And 14th, we have Matthew Mackin. 15th, Christopher Lewis. 16th, Dakota Moniz. 17th, Joshua Stevens. Thomas Walters starting 18th. Jesse Thornock in 19th position. Gene Calhoun III will start 20th. James Trammell 21st. Patrick Hernandez. Now, Trammell, he had an accident coming out of pit road, so he didn't have a time. Hernandez decided not to start do a qualifying, so he'll start 22nd, and along with Danny Long, who also did not put down a qualifying time here. 250 laps in store for us tonight, folks. I'm excited. I hope you are too. And you're watching the North American iRacing Stock Car Challenge here on Rice Motorsports TV. Pace car's bringing them around now. Waiting for that green flag. And we're racing here at Charlotte. Sora with a good start. And boy, look at the distance, the gap that Sora got on the rest of the field, and they're battling right there behind him. Boys, Sinchak, Ferraro, and Kralik battling hard for that second position. And the rest of the field is right there. I think that was Sean Huffstudler. Yeah, he's right there behind Kralik. I think that was Maurice Gomillion right behind Huffstudler, and they make their way down the backstretch. Kralik now trying to inch up on the outside there of Ferraro. They cross the line. They're still battling there hard. And boy, your leader, look at Vincent Sorum. Good grief. Man, he's like he's over a second and a half from the rest of the field already. Now, Vincent Sora, I tell you, he's had some really good runs. He's made his way up, to the front there, and sometimes he's had a little bit of bad luck. But I tell you what, he's dropping the hammer tonight, folks. He is not playing around. And I tell you what, they may want to hope for a caution here sooner or later, slow him down a little bit. Meanwhile, back there, and look at this tight bunch right here, folks. Man, these guys are battling hard. There's Huffstudler. He's right in the thick of it there. He's right there behind Ferraro, taking a look on the inside. Trying to take that fourth spot away. He's got it right now. As they go down into turn one, there's Maurice Gomillion. He's also thinking about trying to make a move there. Got Watchhorn right behind him. Adam Westfield also in the mix. Guys racing very hard here. We're lap 6 of 250. Sora, he continues to be a lead over a second and a half from the rest of the field. Let's look a little further back here. There's Dustin Schlingo. He's trying to get that 10th place position from Landon Durhold in the 24 machine. And he's got the 57 of Thomas Walker all over him. And who is that? Looks like that's Westfield up there. He's still running that high line. Running a little bit higher line than the guys around him. Still managing to hold on to that 8th spot, though. Ryan Ferraro behind. Somebody's having a little bit of connection issue because you keep seeing that smoke. That telltale smoke like that is somebody's car just blinking out for a fraction of a second and coming back. And it might be Aaron Kralik, possibly. We've seen him blink sometimes. We'll take a look at his rear-facing camera here, and we don't see the smoke from here. There's Watchhorn making a move on the outside of Kralik. He looks like he's going to take that 3rd spot. Merrick Watchhorn up to the P3 position. He's got Tom Sinchak setting the bead down now on the 8 machine there. The gap has come down just a little bit now, only 1.3 seconds ahead or behind Vincent Sora, your leader. And they're starting to space out just a little bit more. You can see the rest of the field as they go by. For the most part, most of the field is staying together there. There's Ryan Ferrara, and he's in 11th place. Thomas Walter running there in 12th. Let's go a little bit further back. There's Dustin Bohannon. He's running 13th position. A little further back, there's Jesse Thornock. He's in the 17th position. And meanwhile, up the front now, Tom Sinchak, he's starting to reel in Vincent Sora just a little bit. Now just over a second behind the 14 car. Just slowly reeling him in. Now it's kind of stabilized a little bit. Hasn't quite been able to get within a second. He's getting there though. It's just about to, every time you think he's just about to hit it, now here it goes. Exactly 1 second gap. Now at 9/10. And this may be just simply due to tire wear. We've got 14 green laps going here. This is actually a pretty darn good run here. Green flag run. I hate to see it. Sometimes we've actually seen cautions happen by now, but see these guys run and these tires wear down, and see who can handle with those worn tires. You know, is he pushing too hard too soon? Are they going to reel him in, or are their tires going to start to fade as well? Now he's got the watch on there. Just about half a second behind Sinchak. Definitely trying to keep touch with the leaders there. It's kind of a balancing act of, keep in touch with the leaders and also saving your equipment as much as you possibly can, taking care of those tires. You don't want to push too hard, but you don't want to fall behind too much either. And he's under a bit of pressure now, Sean Huffstutler. Huffstutler's right there. He's riding the 19 there pretty hard. Maybe doing who knows, might be doing just a little bit of drafting there. Because this could very easily, if this thing goes green much longer, boy, this could easily become a field mileage thing here. If we have a whole bunch of green flag running tonight, folks. I mean, Charlotte is a great track to race at, and as long as you know that, you have give that little bit of give and take, boy, you can really stretch things out here. And the guys are doing a great job here. And Eric Kralik, he's trying to keep touch with the top 4 there. And right now, Vincent Sora, he's in a bit of trouble there, coming under attack from the 8 machine. Sinchak is right there, and he's poised to attack. Sora may have just burned those tires up in that lightning fast start he got at the beginning. got close to a 2-second lead, but now it looks like the 8 machine is just going to drive under him fairly easy. Now lap 20 of 250 in the books. Next up, Merrick Watchorn is also starting to reel in the 14. And I'm thinking he kind of just run the rubber off of those tires there. I tell you, if he's got some fresh good years and it's something like a green-white checker start, or maybe 5 or 10 laps to go, if he's at the front, boy, the rest of the guys are gonna be in trouble if they let him be at the front, because he obviously is quick on a start and probably restarts as well. You know, if we have a caution and he's near the front, boy, I can't wait to see what's going to happen when they all have fresh Goodyears on the cars. There goes Watchorn. Thought about it, looked like he might be getting ready to make a move here, deciding where he wants to attack. It's all about being patient and really just taking your time and studying the guy in front of you, where you want to really make that move. And we've got a long ways to go. So if he can hold on there right to the front, in a way, there's no need for him to really just press the issue all that much. Now, I do believe they get a bonus point for leading a lap, so sooner or later, definitely want to get up there. Of course, the most important lap to lead is the last one, but if it gets to the point where that he's been back there for a very, very long time, yeah, he might want to pedal a little harder and get on up there. And I see a lapped car up ahead. I'd say in another 2-3 laps now, might start encountering some lap traffic, and that's going to make things get a little interesting here. They're definitely spread out a little bit. Aaron Kralik, he's lost a little bit of a touch there with the leaders, and Huffstutler, he's also falling back just a little bit, and he's still holding on to that 5th spot very comfortably. He's a 2.5 seconds ahead of 6th place Landon Durhold. So he's in a very comfortable spot at the moment. As now we're on lap 25 of 250. And I know maybe Long and Hernandez may not have even started the race. And I came on last time, I didn't see Hernandez not race. So I don't know if they had a problem or not. I hope it wasn't computer, or it could have been weather, or blackout at the house, anything. There's all sorts of things that can plague you in online racing, and you just never know what might happen. Huffstutler trying to hold on to that top 4 there. And let's see, as they go around, it's lap 26 of 250. Sinchak, he's coming under a bit of pressure now from the 19 of Merrick Watchorn. Now about 0.2 of a second. Vincent Sora is still there. He hasn't quite gotten rid of him. He was leading, but he's now up to he's still right there. He's less than a couple of tenths behind Watchorn. So his tires may have faded a little bit, but not to the point where he can't keep pace with them. And now here we go with I think that's Trammell there. that they're coming up on, the 20 machine, James Tornell, and they're making their way past the 20 car. Doing a good job of staying high there so they can get through. And Tornell, he's currently running in 20th position. Had a little bit of a mishap in qualifying and wasn't able to put down a qualifying time. And now Aaron Kralik, he's the next one to try to get past the 20 machine. Looks like the 20 he's trying to stay to that high side as the lead lap cars come along. Oh, in the grass there just a little bit. Boy, and looks like Kralik's able to get by. I wonder if Trammell's having some problems there. Now he's got Sean Huffstutler behind him. Looks like once again he's going to try to stay to the high side, and so perhaps the 94 can get by on the inside here. That can be a touchy situation where, okay, your tires are fading. Okay, now here comes Huffstutler getting a bit of a run on the 20. Gonna try to get by this time. Looks like he's able to get by there pretty good. Oh, and looks like, who is that? The 24. He's also coming by, Landon Durhole. And in fact, he's going to attack the 94 there as they go through, make their way down to turn one. Durhole picks up that fifth spot. Huffstutler had been holding on to that all race long so far. Meanwhile, up the front, Sinchak, he's still keeping Watchorn at bay a couple of tenths of a second. Of course, now they may just be cruising along here. Aaron Kralik, there he is. He's pretty much by himself there. Nice gap between him and Landon Durhole. Very close to 2 seconds there. And Durhole, he's starting to pull away from Huffstutler just a bit. Dustin Swingle, he's back there in 7th. And he's over a second behind that whole group in front of him there. That's the lap car of Trammell right there in front of him. No pressure behind for Swingle either. Back up with your leader. Here's Tom Sinchak as we cross the line for lap 37. Watchorn is right there too. Now, so far, Sinchak, his best lap is a 30.30. Watchorn's is a 30.1. And Sora's, of course, that's from earlier, probably a 29.94 when he was just running away from everybody. But he seems to be just hanging in there now. They passed him, but they definitely haven't driven away from the 14 machine. 14 getting a little racy there. For a minute, I thought he might take a little dive on the inside. Boy, that wall comes up fast coming out of turn 4. He's still about a half second ahead of Aaron Kralik. Look, just over half a second, almost 3/4. Let's look a little further back in the field. There's Thomas Walker. He's 9th fastest. He's trying to catch Adam Westfield, the 92 machine there in front of him. And looks like I'm about to say we had a lead change just about. Watchhorn's right underneath. And he's right there watching it all unfold. And now he's going to take a look on the inside. Trying to make a move on the 19 for that second spot. Doesn't quite have the momentum down on that low line. Here they go, the start of lap 42. Boy, and I tell you, these laps are clicking off fast here tonight at Charlotte. I think he's fancying another run here on the 19. Oh, and here he goes, taking a peek. But no, just from my opinion, it doesn't look like he has the right angle just to really, he's not going to have the momentum on that inside to get past the 19. And we got a there might be a green flag pit stop here. Maurice Gomillion's in. Looks like looked like no problems with the 44 car, just coming in, getting tires and probably fuel as well. So, hey, we're here at lap 43. Green flag pit stops underway. He is the only car in so far, so he's pulled the trigger down and away. And so now the race is going to be on to see what's going to happen from here. Sinchak, he continues to stay out. In fact, all 3 leaders are right there. In fact, Aaron Kralik, he's back there as well. He hasn't been there right with them, but he's hanging right in there at that 4th spot. He's 3/4 of a second back there from Vince Sora, but he's still hanging solid in the top 5 there. And looks like we got another guy on pit road here. That's Matthew Mackin coming down for his stop. He is only the 2nd car to come in on pit road. Getting his 4 tires and fuel. Feels like it takes an eternity when that happens. And he's down and away. Meanwhile, Merrick Watchhorn is now your leader. And Vince Sora has also gotten around the 8 machine of Tom Sinchak. There goes the 46 getting up to speed there. Sora taking another look. Watch on, he's battling back hard on the outside there, making that outside line work. Almost 1/5 of the way through this race. Merrick Watchhorn is your leader at the moment here, lap 47. Make it lap 48 as we cross the line, and nobody else is pitted. So let's see. Yep, so far it's only been Maurice Gomillion, Matthew Mackin, and Mike Vano, the only three that have pitted. Gomillion, he stopped on lap 41. Mackin stopped on 43, and Mike Vano actually stopped on lap 6. Boy, those the top four there. They're just, man, looks like Aaron Kralik, he's managing to claw his way back up there close to the leaders there. Now, who knows? He might have been trying to lay back and just save his tires as much as he can. And you know, with such a long way to go, you know, you can try different tactics in this opening stint, this opening fuel run, and see, okay, if I try to save fuel or try to save tires up to this point, you know, and then try to hit the button and go for it. Let's see what the car's got left, and learn some things for later on in the race. Now, I told you that Mike Vano had pitted on lap 6. I actually have a report that he crashed. I'm not sure when that happened. Obviously did not bring out the caution, something we missed there. He might have just went off in the grass somewhere and not actually hit anything, perhaps. He is showing a couple of laps down, him and Mackin. So let's go back a little further. There's Dustin Swingle running in 7th position. He's still got the 57 of Thomas Walter, and Adam Westfield trying to, I think he got past Adam Westfield. And now here comes Sean Huffstudler. He decided to go ahead and hit pit road for his tires and fuel. He was running comfortably in the top 10. And he hits the marks. Everybody's done a good pit stop so far. Nobody's overshot. And that can really mess your time up as well. 4 tires and fuel for that Coors machine. He's down and away. Looks like Dustin Bohannon's on pit road as well. He's getting 4 tires. More pit stops starting to happen now. And now he's on the way out, and here's Gene Calhoun. Here we go. A lot of green flag stops, I think, are going to start coming in and maybe getting close to the limit of their fuel run. Now he's hit his marks nicely. Meanwhile, Watchorn continues to lead. He's about a half second, about 6/10 now ahead of Tom Sinchak. Oh, and a bit of a battle there. Aaron Kralik, he's battling with the 14, trying to get up to that 3rd spot. Wasn't quite able to make it, and he definitely he lost a bit of time there, almost half a second, battling with the 14. Now Calhoun, he's still on pit road there. I wonder if he, not sure what's going on there. Not sure if he has a problem or some kind of a penalty, but yeah, he's been there for almost getting close to a minute and a half now, so that's not a good good news for the 4 car. Watchorn now, he's pulled out 0.8 of a second lead over the 8 machine of Tom Sinchak. You know, watch him. He's very good at managing his tires and making things last. He knows how to run a good racing line and to really save that equipment. So right now it's looking like business as usual for the Twiggy machine as he crosses the line here for lap 58. You see, nobody else has stopped either. So we got, okay, Hernandez is still showing out. I saw him on my screen. I thought maybe he was running. And here's one of your leaders, Tom Sinchak, down on pit road. Yeah, this could get interesting. I may have to restart my overlay here because I'm missing a couple of things. So we're going to follow him down here on pit road and do this restart here. There we go. Okay, now that's going to put him a lap down. Of course, everybody else has to pit, of course. There's Thomas Walter. He's on pit road. He's the next lead lap car to pit. Here comes the 16 of Aaron Kralik. So Watchorn, Merrick Watchorn, he's making those tires last, and he's making that fuel last as well. I mean, he's really pushing it. You know, I think he's able to make his tires get more performance out of his car longer into a fuel run. A lot of guys coming in now. Aaron Kralik is on his way out. Oh, it looked like he might have, I'm not sure what happened. He overshot maybe. Max Foner is on his way in. There's the 14, Vince Sora. Had a lightning start at the beginning of the race. Now coming in for his pit stop. There's Dakota Moniz, he's in. Jesse Thornock, he's in getting his tire and fuel. Trammell, he's on his way out, lighting them up as he gets down pit road there. And we're 63 laps into this race, caution free, folks. Wow. Watchorn continues to lead. And he said, you know what, that's about enough now. That may be about as far as he can go. Wow, 63 laps. And he's got Landon Durhol right behind him. So those two are right there. Adam Westfield is going to inherit the lead. And he's got a lap car of Huffstutler right in front of him. Huffstutler, I believe, did he already stop? Let's see. No, he has not stopped yet. Sean Huffstutler has not stopped. Adam Westfield hasn't stopped either, but Huffstutler, he's showing in ninth. Let me see. We're going to wait for this thing to shuffle around the order here. Somewhere along the way, he must have fell way back to be that close to the end of the lead lap. There's Joshua Stevens on his way out. There's Christopher Lewis. He's right there getting I guess he's getting just tired. It looked like he's just sitting there. I don't know if he's having a problem or not. There's 92, Adam Westfield making his way in. And that's going to hand the lead to Dustin Swingle. I tell you, he's all over the 44 of Maurice Gomillion. Maurice hasn't stopped either. He's continuing on as look like Swingle's getting ready to come in, getting it locked down so he doesn't get that pit road speeding violation. And as he comes into pits, that will hand the lead to Ryan Ferraro, who has still yet to pit. 67 laps in, he is still out there. And see, that's what's going on here. Ferraro, Sinchak, and Huffstutler. Boy, I tell you, they've got they've put in a lot of laps on these cars here. They even outlasted the other guys if having that kind of strategy. Now here comes Ferraro and making his way in, so that's probably going to hand the lead to Sinchak. He stayed out. The Sinchak still has to pit. He hasn't pitted yet. And also Sean Huffstutler, I thought he was up at the front. Now he's cycled up to second position. Now he's right behind, I think that's Joshua Stevens there, I believe, in the 88 machine. Huffstutler now in second position. He's about 1.8, 1.7 seconds behind Sinchak. But man, it's amazing the amount of laps they've put down without stopping. Let's see. Sinchak hasn't stopped. Huffstutler hasn't stopped. Maurice Gomillion, he's still out there. He hasn't stopped yet. Dustin Bohannon, Bohannon's running 10th position, and he has yet to stop. Getting passed by Adam Westfield there. Westfield has stopped at one time. Matthew Mackin, he's also one of your long-range drivers there. He hasn't stopped yet. And I tell you, somebody might want to pull out the calculator, start doing the math. Because if these guys can go that long, good grief. I mean, no matter how fast you are, I tell you, you're going to end up, it may not mean much if these other guys can just simply outlast you fuel-wise, pushing those cars all the way to the end. And everybody's starting to cycle around now. It's almost like when the other guys stop, you would wonder, okay, they're going to keep going. But now when they do stop, the other guys, they're going to be up to full speed already. And so, that pit stop delta, all the time that you spend on pit road, from the minute you hit the into pit road, you stop, get your tires till you exit and get back up to speed. That's your pit stop delta. And that delta time. Oh, we have a caution. What is that? A caution? And looks like it might be Thomas Walter, and not sure what happened there. It doesn't look like he had any contact. Let's go ahead and let's run it back real quick and see if we can see what happened to Walter. Oh, and he got a little, I think, watch horn there, and he went flying through the grass. Let's run it back again so we can see here. We'll slow it down, and here he is. I think they're coming out of 4 here. And Watchorn's down on the line there. Not a whole line there. They're both coming up off the corner there. And I don't know. It looks like Watchorn might have just got into the 57 there and got him going into the grass. I mean, he wasn't up to the wall all the way, but still. So yeah, and he did a good job. Boy, he's flying through that grass. Roof flaps deploy, keep the car down on the ground. Woo! And does he hit the wall? He just taps the wall just a little bit. And boy, that was a heart in your throat right there moment, trying to get turned back around. And Thankfully, nobody else was coming. Let's take it live again. So at the moment, see, Sinchak, he's on pit road. A lot of the guys are on pit road. Pretty much everybody that had actually just pitted not too long ago. All the lead cars are pitting now. Adam Westfield, he elected to stay out. And then Bohannon are also out. I think that was the 12 car out there. He's out there as well, Ryan Ferraro. But Ferraro, I think he's at the tail end of the lead lap. Him and Joshua Stevens. There's Stevens now. He might have been, I'm not sure if he got some kind of lucky dog or what. He's flying around the track here. As they cycle around, though, Adam Westfield is your leader. And Dustin Bohannon second. Jesse Thornock in third place. Dakota Moniz fourth. Matthew Mackin fifth. Bohannon and Mackin still have yet to stop. They have not pitted yet. And that's amazing that they stayed out there. There's Bohannon. Okay, he's finally coming in. Bohannon's making his way in. It'll be interesting to see. Let's see where Mackin is. And Mackin stayed out. Wow, we're on lap 74. What? Okay. I wonder how much more fuel he's got in the car. Wow. Let's see. Let's see who's in the chat here. Let's see if we can find somebody here to talk to. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I can find Mac and see if he's in here. Man, because he's got some serious fuel mileage going on there. I don't see him in the chat, so we'll see if we can find somebody else. Let's see if we can find Adam Westfield here. Hey, Adam, Tony in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, I tell you, got yourself up the front there, and man, this is kind of turning into a fuel mileage thing a little bit, isn't it?
You know, I was one of the last cars to pit under green there, and I was, these tires, I've only been out there for 4 or 5 laps, so I figured why not stay out? We only got 6 sets of tires, including the ones that we started on, so why not waste it? I feel like this is gonna, the first little run there was good.
Right.
This can go green the rest of the way.
Wow. So these tires feel very good even on a long run, huh?
Yeah, it actually gets really loose as the run goes on, and it's definitely gonna be a workout. But car felt great there at the end of that run.
Right, 10-4. I mean, everybody is pitted except for one car. He's still out there, and I'm also wondering as far as fuel, man, to not pit even under this caution. And but what kind of fuel mileage you guys are getting out? Can you go much further, you think?
I would say 65 was my number starting the race. I wouldn't want to push it any further than that. 65 laps. So whoever that is, I don't know who that is that hasn't pit yet, but they're trusting. They got confidence in that.
I tell you, and you were right because you did pit on lap 65 there. So, but yeah, man, good luck, and we'll talk to you later on.
Thank you, Tony.
Yep. Okay, I'll see you later. All right, that's Adam Westfield. He's at the lead of the head of the class here at the moment, and these guys are, boy, I tell you, this is becoming a long range affair here, and I think let's see, the lights are still on the pace car now, so I'm thinking the 12 car Ryan Ferraro, it's showing him as the tail end of the lead lap, so I would think he would get a wave around. Let's see if the lights go out on the pace car this time, and Yeah, there he goes. Yep, there's the 12. He's taking off now, and he'll get his wave round, so we'll be going green next time around. The 27, Mike Vano, he decided to come in. Some tactics here. He's going to top her off before this restart. They know how far he's only been in one time, and I'm not sure when he pit. Oh, that's right, because he pitted on lap 6. So yeah, he went quite a ways there. Now he's on the way back out, and let's see, Christopher Lewis, he's on his way out, and boy, anybody? Let's guess how long Matthew Mackin can go. Good grief, 77 laps. That's amazing, and he's still out there. I don't know how far. I can't remember the last time I drove this track in this car and did a fuel calculation. How far can you go on a tank of fuel? And but man, he's pushing it to the limit. He would probably want a caution on this restart to perhaps maybe I don't know, because I mean if he has to do a green flag pit stop now, he could be in a bit of trouble here. Okay, here we go. Lights are out on the Pace truck, and they're making their way through turn 4 here. Pace truck is in. We're going to be lap 75 when we cross the line. Waiting for that green flag. And we've got it, and we're racing again here at Charlotte. Got a good restart. Everybody is away. Westfield getting away from Thornock just a little bit. And Thornock now, he's got some heavy hitters behind him there. He's got Sinchak and Dakota Moniz is trying to hang on there in 4th position. A bit more battling further back. There's Huffstutler there. He's battling. He's got in the 6th spot there. Got the 9 of Dustin Swingle right behind him. And they're both trying to catch the 16 of Aaron Kralik. I think Kralik's about to try to make a move himself. And he's leaning on Moniz right there. Thinking about taking a look down on the inside. They make their way down to turn 1. Boy, they're tight going through turn 1, make their way to the back stretch. Boy, they look at the 14 of Vincent Sora there. They're meeting the sandwich. Boy, him and Maurice, not Maurice, but Merrick Watchhorn. Boy, they kind of just blew up through there. Now they're running 6th and 7th respectively. We know Sora can be fast at the beginning of a tire run. And Westfield was saying that the car gets a little bit loose towards the end of a run. And man, and that is one heck of a run. I mean, 60-plus lap run on one set of tires. Now, this time they're having to use up a little bit more rubber. They're making their way through some traffic here, getting back to the front of the field. Now, that would be interesting to see if, like, say if it's a green-white checker situation at the end, if Watchhorn and Sora are anywhere around the front, and they seem, from the looks of it, them and Sinchak seem like 3 of the strongest cars on the restarts. Man, we could be in for a heck of a battle here at the end of the race. Lap 83 now of 250. Nowhere close to halfway yet. And I tell you, we've only had the one caution. Man, just some awesome racing going on here tonight with the North American iRacing Stock Car Challenge. Put Sora back to the front of the pack here, crossing the line. Not front just yet. He's still got to catch Westfield. Adam Westfield, 3.5 seconds away from the rest of the guys. So, good grief, Adam. Where you going? That's even further than Vincent Sora was when he started. He managed to do about a 1.6, 1.8 second gap, I think. Adam Westfield is absolutely checked out from the rest of the field. And Adam, he's been one of the guys racing and want to get up to the front. And man, he's in a good spot right now. And boy, talk about having a cushion. And you're going to have some tire fall off as the fuel run and the tire run proceeds. But with the gap that he has, and it's continuing to lead, I think he's trying to build up a big a pad as he can. And then when those tires start to fall off, it's just going to take time for them to catch him. And man, are they going to have a lot of ground to catch up. It's just a question of can he keep up this pace long enough so when the tires start to fall off for everyone, will he be able to maintain that gap? Way back here to Vincent Sora, almost 3.5 seconds. And these guys, and they're battling hard also. That's probably going to help Westfield. Sora, Watchhorn, and Swingle. And right on board here with Dustin Swingle. Yeah, he's got Sinchak right behind him there, and I think that's Sean Huffstutler behind Sinchak. Aaron Kralik still having a very good night. Aaron Kralik, he's right back there. He's been hanging right in that top 10. A solid night for the 16 car. And Thomas Walter, good to see him back up the front. I should have did that at the. We can still do it now. Actually, I never did show the like a quick look at the points overall. If we look at, let's take a quick look at the top 10 here. It's Thomas Walter, who's still third in the points. Swingle is your leader. Vincent Sora there in second position. And you see Aaron Kralik right there in fourth. He's having a good night, and that's going to help him a lot. Gomillion, Watchhorn, and Westfield, they're all right there in the top 10 in the point standings. So a good night for everyone there involved. I know Thomas Walter, he definitely liked to have a little bit better finish than he's had in some of the previous races here this season. A top 10 finish will do him good as far as those overall standings. And those guys are just nose to tail. They took a little peek there on the inside as they were going down the backstretch. Trying to think, maybe does he want to make a move on that 8 car? I think everybody's tires are in such good shape. You almost have to wait until you have a little bit of tire fall off. And you know what? That fall off is maybe starting to happen because that 3-second lead that Adam Westfield had has evaporated. Now only 1.1 seconds and dropping very quickly. I mean, they are seriously reeling him in now. He has gotten several laps off, but I mean, it's pretty much from the looks of it, it is just steadily coming down now. He'll probably go, he was one of the guys that went extremely far. Well, he only did 60. He went 65 laps before he stopped. And that may be as far as he's willing to go. But I tell you, all the guys behind him, in matter of fact, just about everybody went up into the 70s. Not everybody, but quite a few of the other cars went into the low 70s before they stopped. And there comes the 14 of Vince Sora, and he's going to make his way past Westfield, try to get up there. He's going to move in front so he can set up for a good entry into 3. It looks like Merrick Watchhorn is going to come also, and he's also going to try to make a move on the 14 at the same time. Boy, him and Sinchak, boy, and they're just battling with them and the 14 event Sora. Dustin Swingle back there battling hard with the 8 car, and Thomas Walter. He's right there in the mix now as well. They probably gained a lot of information on that fuel run, fuel/tire run. They know what these cars are capable of now under race conditions, how far they can push them, and what they have to work with deep into a run. So yeah, we're at lap 195. We're getting a little closer to the halfway mark. Still got a bit of a ways to go. About 30 laps to go before we get to the halfway mark. Adam Westfield now, he's falling back to the 7th position, trying to hold on to that lead group. And when we were talking to him about it, he said the tires weren't bad, but it just seemed like the car might have just got a bit on the loose side at the end of the run, which actually may depend on what you like, I guess. It may not be a bad thing, because a lot of times when the tires fall off, the car will get tight, start pushing. But the setup that they're working with, it actually goes more into a loose condition, which a lot of drivers, I would think, tend to like anyway. Because if I tell you, if you're pushing, then you're definitely going to be turning that wheel more or having to get out of the throttle, and you're just going to lose time there. And Vincent Sora, he's trying to flex his muscles here again at the beginning of this tire run. Now up to just over a second ahead of Tom Simchak. Simchak, he's battling hard with the 19 of Merrick Watchhorn there. Trying to hold on to that second position. There's Dustin Swingle and Aaron Kralik also trying to get up into that mix. Aaron Kralik having a very good run tonight. There's Swingle. See if he can make it under the 16. I still kind of think that higher line works a little better in the corners there as far as defending that position. Unless you get a very good run off the corner. They continue to race along. I want to say hi to the folks in the chat. Thanks for stopping in, checking out the race. We're glad you're here. And actually, I'm looking at let's see. I'm not sure who this is. Maverick DK1, the guy in the chat here. That may be one of our drivers. Said that he had some kind of sim error, and it wouldn't let him use his fast repair. So that would explain why one of the guys down that may have retired has why they are where they at. There's all sorts of things, and look like we got somebody on pit road. Mike Vano. Now, I'm not sure what happened to him. We're not showing any kind of like he wrecked or anything, so he just came in. Is there some damage on his right rear there? No, it's looking okay. I thought I saw the right rear kind of knocked in a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, it might be just the way the lights are playing on it. Or the left rear, I should say. That's what I thought. It looked like that left rear is knocked in just a little bit. Yeah, it is knocked in a little bit. So not sure what happened there, but he went ahead and got some tires, and so now he's down to 20th position, but he's 5 laps down, so he's not really able to. And now he's looks like he's bringing it in once again. And more problems for Mike Vano here. That's a tough break there for the 27 car. It may be a thing sometimes when you're having a problem and then you go back out and you might think, no, I can't drive this like this. Something's not right. And Not sure. We might be seeing the end of the 27 tonight. We'll see what happens when he gets to his pit stall. If he's already used a faster pair, there's not much else he can do. It doesn't look like, okay, I'm not sure if I just saw, looked like he's just having some more work done on the car. And he's still in it. He's definitely trying to just get to the finish here. Somebody just pulled in behind him there. There's the 46 and Matthew Mackin. And you know what? I think that is Mackin's first time on pit road. Remember we said how long he had been out on pit road? I mean, how long he'd been out on the fuel run? He didn't stop at all when everybody else stopped during that last caution after being out there for 70-some laps. That is his first time in. Lap 102. Good grief. And I tell you, if this, good grief, I mean, he could, well, that's amazing that he went that far. Anyway, here you go. Vince Sora still your leader there, and he's got Sinchak about 3/10 behind him. And look at Aaron Kralik up to the third spot now. He done made it past Merrick Watchorn. Isn't exactly getting away from the 19 car, but he's about 1.2 seconds behind second place Sinchak. Having a very good run tonight. There's Watchorn. He's surprisingly, he's kind of he's not exactly reeling him in at the moment. He's about almost a second ahead of Walter. He's starting to put more gap between him and the 57. But he may be trying to maybe save his tires a little bit this run. He's seeing how far these guys are going on these. They're running these tires pretty much down to the end of what the fuel will allow. So he may have to adopt a slightly different strategy. There's Huffstetler. He's got plenty of company with Thomas Walter and Dustin Swingle there in the 9 car. Walter trying to finally battle it now for that 5th spot there. Let's look a little further back in the field. There's the 28 of Jesse Thornock. He's running 11th position at the moment. He's got lapped cars around him. There's a 44, Maurice Gomillion. He's running 12th. He's got a lapped car in front of him, but he's battling with Dakota Moniz there for the 12th spot. Oh, we got a caution, and I think that's Westfield. I think I saw something where it said Adam Westfield, and there he is on the inside wall on the back stretch. Okay, let's run the tape back and see what happened there. Here he is coming off of 2. Oh, and he got into the wall. Oh, that's going to hurt. Down to the inside, then back up to the outside. Oh, boy, a couple of guys. One guy managed to get by. Oh, boy, that was painful. Oh, man, you got to feel bad for him, man. He got up the front, having a good night. Not sure. I guess he's making us go back live again. He should be in pit road by now. He didn't knock the front off of the car. He's still on the lead lap, but boy, I tell you, this kind of shakes things up a little bit. You know how far these guys can go on a tank of fuel. There's Sora coming in, and of course he's got Sinchak behind him. There's Kralik, Bachorn, all the heavy hitters at the front. There's Huffstetler coming in, Thomas Walter, pretty much everybody coming on in here. There's the 9 of Dustin Swingle. There's 24, Landon Durhold. Jesse Thornock making his way in. There's Gomillion making his way down to his pit stall. Dakota Moniz. Oh, he overshot. And Adam Westfield, he's making his way down. Let's see if he uses his faster pair. Yep, so he's good to go now. going to try to see if he can recover. Go ahead and get some tires. Because it looked like everybody that came in, he's still sitting there. He might be, I don't know if he's using a fast repair or just trying to, I don't even know if he had to have anything fixed. He got that car topped off. Now Mackin, he stayed out. He had just pitted. Let's see where he is. Right now he is the, he will be the lucky dog from the looks of it. When they go green again, he's showing the only car showing 1 lap down. So, wow. If they were have another caution, maybe within the next 50 laps or so, he'll find himself back on the lead lap, and he'll probably be able to make it all the way to the end, being as he went like 102 laps on a tank of fuel and that first set of tires. I think we were talking to Westfield. He said he only had I think they had like six sets of tires that they can use. There's Sinchak there trying to lock in on, there's Bohannon. He's on pit road. Sora's back up to the front here. Let's see if we can grab Vincent here. Let's see if we see him in the chat here. There he is. I'm going to pull him down here. Hey, Vincent, Tony in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, how are you, Tony?
Pretty good, man. I tell you, boy, you got a rocket ship tonight, man. You like how things are going out there?
Yeah, thank you. I've got a pretty good short run car. Kind of falls off. Middle run, it gets a little tight. But then on the long run, I'm able to, keep with everybody and sometimes even get away from everybody. So hopefully I can keep it up and maybe get a win.
Right, yeah, and I tell you, man, because you're definitely one of the strongest guys out there on these starts and restarts, and I tell you, if you get if we had like a green flag checker situation, man, you're definitely going to be a guy to deal with, a big threat to everyone in the field.
Yeah, thank you. Clean air is really good. I noticed on the start and on that restart there that we had, the leader checks out about 2.5, 3 seconds, but then as the run goes on, the cars behind start to catch, but clean air is really keeping.
Yeah, I saw you get a big jump right at the beginning of the race. I want to say it was, 1.5 or 2 seconds, and then we saw Westfield get up over 3 seconds. I'm like, good grief.
Yeah, clean air is awesome here.
Yeah, 10-4. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
Just all the other admins here and everybody in the league.
10-4, man. Good luck, and we'll talk to you later on.
All right, thank you. Have a good one, Tony.
All right, now. Okay, that's Vincent Sora. Definitely one of the heavy hitters out there tonight, trying to make something happen for sure. And the lights are still on the pace truck, so we have one more. At least one more lap of caution here. Let's see if we can. Let's try to find someone else. There's Thomas Walter. Let's see if we can grab Thomas here and talk to him. Hey, Thomas, Tony in the booth. You got a copy?
What's going on?
Hey, man, I tell you, you're hanging in there, man. I tell you, and I know every position counts. Trying to hang on to that third spot in the standings overall. But how you think the car is handling for you tonight out there?
Well, I mean, we got some damage early on with that accident there, but otherwise it's pretty fast. I just got to figure out how to hold these tires on, just like Tom has been doing up there, and same with all those leaders. I've been staying up with them, but we'll see in these next 100-plus laps here. But enjoy the rest of the.
Yeah, I would have never expected you guys to go that far on a green flag run, like in the 70-some lap range. And, it's been a while since we've seen such a long green flag run, man. Y'all put on a great show out there tonight.
Yeah, thank you. It's the quality of drivers we got out here. So, hopefully we go green to the end here. And if not, then hopefully it's a good show for everybody.
10-4. That could kind of turn into a bit of a chess match, you think, maybe fuel mileage-wise, because tires may not be quite the issue as much.
I think tires are still going to be an issue. I was just telling the guys, I was just saying, you know, I don't know why I'm saving fuel. I should be saving tires. So we'll see. We'll see.
10-4. I'm going to put you back up to the where you want to be admin conference channel, right?
We'll go in there.
Okay, 10-4. Good luck, man. We'll talk to you later. All right, that's Thomas Walter trying to have a good night here tonight. And I believe the lights are out on the pace car, so we'll be going green here. Pace truck, rather. Yeah, they're out, so we'll be going green this time around. It'll be lap 115 as we cross the line. Pace truck is in, waiting for that green flag. And we've got it, and they're off running once again. There's Sora and Sinchak drag race down to turn one. Man, who's going to get there? Sora looks like he's going to beat him into the corner. Now, he has such a strong car. Sometimes I wonder if he really wants to get out there and try to get such a lead. You know, maybe try to save the tires a little bit, because he's definitely proven that he can be very strong on a restart. Which, who knows, that may be something that as the night goes along might be in the minds of some of these guys at the front here. There's Aaron Kralik up third position there, fighting to keep the 19 Watchorn behind him there. Oh, we have a caution. Let's see. Looks like not sure who's involved here. Let's see. It's not Huffstudler. It looks like it might be Vano. There's Vano. He's moving slowly. He's got a bit of damage. Let's see. There's Mackin. Oh boy, Mackin, heavy damage. Let's go ahead and look at. Let's see. I think also Max Foner might have been involved. Oh boy, look at the 57. Okay, let's go ahead and run back to Max here and see if we can see what happened. We'll slow it down a little bit here. There's Foner. He's got. Oh wait a minute. Did I see Maurice? Did he get into somebody? He went high. The 44. That's Maurice Gomillion, and he's trying to hold on to that car. And look at the 44. He's going into the outside wall, and there is I want to say, is that Dakota Moniz, the Burger King machine? Yeah. Oh, and the 54. He's hard to the inside wall. And I tell you, just everything happening here very quickly. And the 27, Vano, I think he got collected by the 44. So yeah, things got out of shape there a little bit for some of the guys. Man, that's a tough break for Mike Vano there. I'll go ahead and bring it live here. So he's got heavy damage. Mackin, now he's in. He didn't have any damage. Gomillion, he's in. He's got a bit of damage there on the 44 machine. Max Foner. Let's see, is he, did he use his fast repair? I think he was the other car we saw that had a lot of damage. There's Bohannon, 16th. And making his way back out. There's Trammell. And he's showing a bit of damage. And, oh boy, okay. Yeah, Trammell, he's, let's see, how long is he, he's on pit road. And I'm not even sure, he's 18 laps down though. He's been having a little bit of a rough night. It started right with qualifying. Things didn't start off right for him at all. So a little tough night for the 20 machine there. Gomillion, he's still on pit road. Not sure if he might have already used his fast repair, and now he's down and away, and he's still got a bit of damage on that 44 car. He might have been just trying to hold on to that fast repair as much as possible. Now Vano, he's making his way back in. He's on his way in. I think Calhoun is Calhoun overshot think he might have overshot before, but yeah, overshot that time for sure. And Vanos made it down to his pit stall, getting more work done on the 27. So he's been knocked down. He's not out though. He's still out there. And Calhoun's down and away. And Vincent Sora, he continues to lead here. Let's see. Let's see if we can find Merrick Watchorn here. He's been one of the guys right up the front here. Let's see. East Torch, Merrick Watchorn. Let's see, where is he? There he is right there. Hey, Merrick, Tony in the booth. You got a copy?
Solid copy.
Hey, man. Boy, I tell you, man, you guys really you getting some a heck of a green flag runs out there today, man. I tell you.
Yeah, that's the most challenging part. Actually, is those long runs. For most of the time, you're super tight, and then you're super loose, and then the car just doesn't want to work with you the rest of the time. But besides that, I mean, we have some really good racers up here. We're going 3, 2, 4 wide. I mean, there was a period of time where Vincent, Tom, and I were all racing for the lead, just battling out. And I'm gonna tell you right now, that was the most, like, my heart was pounding the entire time. And
yeah, yeah, man, y'all putting on a great show tonight, man, and it's exciting to see these really long green flag runs. Now, I would have never expected you guys to go like 70-something laps, and one guy, I think he went like 103 laps before he even stopped the first time for tires. So, boy, you get quite some fuel mileage out of this run too if everything stays green.
Definitely fuel is going to be important, especially with this lap, the fact that it lands on 250. So we're going to have to get it close as much as we can to 200, so we have that little cushion. And
Right.
Of course, we only get tires this time around, so the tire management comes into play as well. So do you pit one lap, or do you just go for fuel? So it comes down to strategy and the rest of the guys and what you're willing to put up there and get out there. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens, and hopefully I get this machine to the win or finish that top 5. I'll be happy with both.
10-4. Good luck now. I'm going to put you back down to your channel, and we'll talk to you later.
10-4. Thank you, man.
That's Merrick Watchorn, and been having a very good run tonight so far. Definitely going to try to get that Twiggy machine up to the front. He's just about there anyway, and looks like the lights are off. Are the lights off on the pace truck? No, they're not. Okay, so they have one more lap to go, and so let's see here. Let's go up here with our leader here, and the lights are out this time, so we will go green again. It'll be lap 122 when we cross the line here. And I could hear doing a little fuel saving there. There's Tom Sinchak. Let's see if Tom is in the chat here. There's Tom right there. Hey, Tom, Tony in the booth. You got a copy?
My man.
Hey,
What's
man.
up?
Well, I tell you, boy, you guys are rock and rolling tonight, man. I tell you.
This is fun. This is fun. Long greens are definitely where it's at for sure. Loving it.
Yeah, man. You liking how the car is handling on these runs?
I do. I like it, especially how it handles when they get worn. I feel like I got a particular line that I don't want to give away that kind of helps me out a little bit.
10-4, man. Well, I think y'all getting ready to go green, so I'm going to put you back down there. And good luck. We'll talk to you later on.
Thanks, buddy.
Okay, what channel were you in, by the way?
Just the driver admin. I don't think I have a channel yet.
Oh, okay, 10-4. Good luck, man.
Thanks, man.
All right, that's Tom Sinchak, and getting ready to go green here once again as Vincent Sora waiting for the pace truck to come around. Here they come out of 4. Waiting for the pace truck to go down, and there he is, waiting for that green flag. And here we go, lap 122, once again racing at Charlotte. Guys got a good jump there. Look at Aaron Kralik there, trying to make a move now on the inside. He's fighting hard to get to that 3rd spot. Oh, and the 19, he got really close to the 8 car. Man. Sinchek's got a lot of pressure behind him there, starting to stretch out just a little bit. Now, Vince Sora didn't get nearly as big a jump this time as before, and everybody seems to be holding on there to him a little bit. In fact, got a little bit of drafting going on there, probably helping to suck up to the 14 there. There's Dustin Swingle. He's at the back of that lead pack there. Moving around just a little bit. You know, those winds were 6 miles an hour when we first started the show. Don't know if that's causing a little bit of a problem or not. They don't act like it is. And Sean Huffstudler, once again, back up in the top 5. I'm not top 5, but top 10. You know, he had been running up there quite a bit, and we tend to see him up in that top 10 quite a bit, and in a good spot right now. Looks like Thomas Walter, he was under a bit of pressure there. Got the Landon Durhol just went past him, I believe. So now he's down to 8th position. Jesse Thornock's knocking on the door there, see if he can get by. Being a little very easy with that throttle coming out of 4 there. That's interesting. Some of the guys, it seems like the handling goes in one direction further into the run, and the other direction for other guys, I guess it's just based on your driving style. And, you know, that's the thing. When you run a fixed setup, no matter how equal you try to make the setup, it's going to favor somebody's driving style more than somebody else's. You know, it's just something you can't help. Even if it was just the iRacing default setup, it's still going to favor somebody somewhere along the way. Thornock trying to make a move here. He got by Huffstudler there. Now he's trying to get by Landon Durhol there, right, getting up into that 7th position. Good run for Jesse so far. He's well into the top 10 now. Now trying to chase down the overall points, 3rd place overall in points, Thomas Walter there in the 57. Now lap 128 of 250. I think they got a lap car up there ahead of them. I'm not sure who that was. It may be, well, it's not Trammell. It's a red car. It might be Mike. No, it can't be Mike Vanno either, because he's in the pits as well. So might be Mackin perhaps. We'll have to see here. No, it's not Mackin. I'm not sure who that is. Let's go to Vincent Sora here so we can see. That's Calhoun that's up there. Okay, that's Gene Calhoun. He's only showing he's 20 laps down, but he's still running there. You know what? I thought that was a lap car. That was just Vince Sora that far ahead of the field there. Yeah, here he's at it again, 1.3 seconds ahead of Schwingle. Riding on board with Dustin Schwingle here. And that's the car I was looking at, that red car, thinking that it was a lap car. That was indeed your leader. Starting to check out just a little bit. Now that's Schwingle trying to draw him in just a little bit. He's starting to reel him in now as they get a few laps under their belt on this tire run. Now lap 132 is across the line. There's Merrick Watchorn. He's still got Tom Sinchek right there with him. They're all having some very good battles out there tonight. And we're actually, all the excitement, we're actually past the halfway point now, so things are going to start getting a little serious. Boy, they're door to door as they go through turns 1 and 2 there. Let's see, it looks like give it to the 8 car, I think, as they cross the line. No, Sinchak is still, well, he was scored third, but now he's actually moving ahead of the 19 machine just a little bit, trying to complete that pass. There's Aaron Kralik trying to get in there again. Aaron Kralik watching those two battle it out. He's got Jesse Thornock and company. There's Thomas Walter also. I mean, this is a very tight field throughout the entire race. Boy, they're getting close there, right down on the inside. Aaron Kralik battling hard trying to get past the 19. And look at all the cars starting to pile up behind the two of them there. That is a big group of cars right there. And man, they're really fighting hard. Let's look a little further back here. There's Landon Durhold, the 24 machine, looking at it from his perspective. A lot of traffic going on there. And those guys are battling hard. Oh, and somebody got loose. Who was that? Couldn't see who that was. It might have been, I'm not sure, it might have been Max Foner, perhaps. But whoever it was, I think they were able to gain control of the car. This Huffstudler, and that's the furthest back I've seen Sean Huffstudler all race, I believe. He's been in the top 10 consistently all night long. And so I'm not sure if he's just cooling it for a while or not. Running along there in 15th spot. And meanwhile, up the front, we've got a lead change. Dustin Swingle is now your leader. And now he just came back up there and passed Vincent Sora. And looks like Max Foner. Now that's saying Max Foner, but that's he's on his way in. Wait a minute. Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm confusing him with Mike Vanno. My bad. Yeah, I was thinking that his car color was different and stuff. But Foner, I'm not sure what he did there. Did he just drive through, or he might have already pitted? We just saw him on the way back out. Not sure what happened there. Hope he didn't miss his pit stall. That would be tragic. But anyway, that's going to put him a lap down for sure. Not sure if he actually got anything done when he went into pits there. When we joined him there, he was already rolling down pit road. Never saw him stop. Meanwhile, with your leaders there's Sora continuing to try to keep pace with the 9 car of Dustin Swingle. And the two of them now, they've checked out. Boy, the two of them have checked out from the rest of the pack as of right now. Merrick Watchorn back there in 3rd position, over a second and a half behind them. And he hasn't been able to get away from Tom Sinchak at all. Everything is starting to spread out just a little bit more there. Let's look a little further back. There's Jesse Thornock. He's 8th position. He kind of charged up there with that pack when they were close together, and now things have started to string out a little bit. And he's almost 3/4 of a second ahead of Thomas Walter, so he's running 8th, a good top 10 position there. And good run for the 28 car. Meanwhile, up the front, we got a battle here for the lead here. There's Dustin Swingle. There's Sora looking on the inside. like we were talking to one of the guys about, maybe they're thinking they should to try to save the tires. I think it was Thomas Walter. Do a little tire conservation. These guys are so strong here at the front. They could almost afford to conserve their tires a little bit towards the end of the race, unless they like the feel of the car better with worn tires at the end of the race. I mean, that could be kind of a win-win situation there if you like the way the car feels once the tires are worn, but you're also quick when they're at the beginning of a run. I mean, hey, what's not to like about that? Swingle continues to lead now, and looks like Sora, he's kind of just hanging out there. Like it almost as if he's drafting now. That gap is starting to come down a little bit. You can see the guys, the next three there, the rest of the top five, they're starting to draw them in just a little bit more. Now it's less than a second. Look back from Sora there. Got pretty good mix of cars. Got now that Chevy Ford, two Chevys, another Ford, another Chevy, two Fords. Got a good mix of manufacturers there in the top 10. Ford's putting up a good battle there. One battling for the lead. Of course, like I said at the beginning of the show, tracks like Charlotte and Texas, these D ovals, they're nice and wide and makes for a lot of good racing. You have plenty of room to race, and that's probably another reason why we are seeing so few cautions, because the guys can just really get out there. I mean, you still have to work together and get a little give and take, but there's plenty of room for give and take, and just makes for an all-around great show. Boy, now Sora, now he's starting to try to flex his muscles a little bit more here. Almost half a second behind Swingle. Ahead of Swingle. And the rest of the guys are starting to catch up. There's Watchhorn and Sinchak. Boy, I tell you, it's like he's got Tom Sinchak tied to the back of that bumper, just pulling him up there. They're staying right there. I'm wondering, I think they're teammates. And so they may be just working together there, running in tandem. Aaron Kralik, he's still running in that top 5. Got a pretty nice gap from him back to the 9-car 24 Landon Durhol there. And Dustin Bohannon's up into the top 10. That 07 machine running 7th. Definitely a good a run for Bohannon there. Jesse Thornock still running in the top 10 in 8th, followed by Thomas Walter. Sean Huffstudler, we saw him running back there as far as 15th position. Now he's made his way back up to 10th spot, working on the 57 car here. So some of these guys might be thinking about trying to save their tires a little bit. We now have like 99 laps to go, so if they were to have another caution, or if they, even if they did another fuel stop right now, they could run almost to the end of this race. I'm not even sure. Like, I think that time when we saw who was it, Mackin, he went 103 laps, I think, on that very first fuel run. I don't know if he was completely out of fuel or not. He wasn't in the chat, so we weren't able to talk to him. But well, that was a heck of a fuel run right there. So it'd be very interesting to see just how far can they go on a tank of fuel. Top Startler trying to make a move on now. That's Max Foner, but he's not on the lead lap, so that's not a battle for position. And she's trying to catch the 28 of Jesse Thornock there. And we got somebody on pit road. There's the 20 of Trammell. And unfortunately, he's on pit road once again tonight. Oh boy, bit of a. I'm wondering that was damage that was already on the car. I think we saw that from earlier. And wow, looks like I don't remember the back being off of that car. So bit of a long night for James Trammell tonight, and he's hanging in there, trying to keep it moving. Meanwhile, here you're back up the front here. There's Dustin Swingle coming under a bit of pressure from the 16 Aaron Kralik. Let's look up here and see. We'll look at some lap times here. This is something, what I'm seeing, if you click on that live timing and scoring link that I have down in the description, you can see more of what I'm looking at myself, that I can't show all of this stuff on the screen at one time, but I'm looking at some lap times here, running up here with your leader. His last lap time was a 32.03. Watron was a 32.09, so they're right there. And he's almost a second behind Sora, but he's pretty much matching him for lap times there. Now, the top three, they all were 32.1 that time. Both Sora and Sinchak, identical lap times, 32.10. Watron with the 32.15. Man, they're battling hard right there. And Sinchak, he is not one to give that position to the 19 at all. On board with Tom Sinchak. And Sora's last lap was a 32.07. So he's definitely getting with the program here. And Tom Sinchak, they just traded spots now as far as fastest lap, as far as the last lap. This time Sinchak was a 32.06. With Sora being a 32.10. So I tell you, they're all just kind of trading that, trading some fast lap times there. Let's see. Let's compare the lap times here with let's see. This will be between Sinchak and Watchorn. Let's move it over to Sinchak and Sora. You can see Sinchak laps 58 and 59. He was definitely a little bit slower than Vincent. Gets him faster on 55, 56, and 57. And look back to watch on here. Simchak is clearly quicker than the 19 car on the last 5 laps. Not so much on lap 60, but definitely 157, 158, and 159. Let's go up to our leader here in comparison times. Let's look back. As you can see, he's kind of back and forth there with Simchak. Only quicker now 3 out of the last 5, and it's so close. Look at the last 2. They just traded 2/2 of a second quicker, one guy over the other, in favor of one guy one lap and then the other guy the next lap. So I tell you, they're really going at it with these fast lap times here. And that's key, and it's enabling him to maintain that almost 3/4 of a second gap over Simchak. Now I think he's got a lap car that he's coming up on. Well, that's Maurice Millian, but he's still 16 seconds down the road. So it'll be a while before they were to catch him. And the guys are doing such a great job here tonight. I tell you, they may not even, someone might get a caution, maybe, just get a little loose somewhere. Let's look a little further back in the field. There's Adam Westfield. He's challenging the 07 now for that 8th spot. Looks like he's going to move, for the 9th spot. Adam Westfield moves to 8th. Still got a ways to go before he can catch Huffstutler there. That is Huffstutler right there in front of him. Oh, he had a little bit of a moment there. Looks like we got some guys on pit road. Let's see who it is. It's Jesse Thornott bringing the 28 machine down, and Thomas Walters also coming in. And they're both right there together, and he overshot. Did he overshoot? Yeah, he overshot just a little bit. Had to back it up. It looks like they're both going to get tires and fuel there. I'm thinking Thornock's going to get away ahead of oh, no. Walter did get away quicker. Thornock's still sitting there. Didn't think he had any damage, but Thomas Walter on his way out. Here comes Dakota Moniz bringing that Burger King machine down. Some tires and fuel. And now Thornock, he's still sitting there. So a little curious there what's going on with Jesse. Meanwhile, up the front, there your leaders, Watchorn, he's still 3rd. And Crawlett trying to close in on the 19. And the 2 lead cars have begun to check out once again. There's Sora and Simchak. There's Simchak. He's lost a little ground to Vince Sora, over half a second. Lap 168 at 250. We're going to go silent here for a moment, folks. Go ahead and crank up the volume, man. You're listening to Rice Motorsports TV here with the North American iRacing Stock Car Challenge. Oh, we do have a caution. We got to cut that short. We have a caution here. Let's see what happened here. Let's see who was involved. It might be Mackin, and let's see. Mackin doesn't look. He doesn't look particularly damaged. He might have just went in the grass or something. We're also showing. Now we're not sure. Trammell, he's showing retired. So whatever happened there. Let's go ahead and let's go back at the replay. Maybe we can see if we run it back. Let's run it back a little bit because he might have just left the circle. Okay, he didn't really. All he did was just look like he might have just pulled it in. Well, look like he's coming out of it. No, he's exiting the pits. So let's see. Trying to get that 20 car back up to speed, and can't. Same thing that happened in qualifying. Just trying a little too hard to get going again, and you know, I mean, he had a tough night, guy. You know, and I tell you, you need to, you know, I think he deserves a little bit of a break now because he's had a long night, and I think he might have decided, you know, I think we'll just go have a cold one here because this ain't working out tonight. And he's making his way around to pit road now, and probably a little, just a little bit upset. You know, anybody would be, you know, trying to have a good race, and it can be a frustrating thing. And he just kind of slid into the infield, and oh boy, that might have been what brought out the caution. Maybe, I don't know. But let's go ahead and take it live again. And anyway, he's retired for the evening, and some guys on pit road here. There's Kralik. He's on his way out. A lot of the other leaders are making there's Bohannon going out. There's Durhold making his way out. Stevens, he's on pit road. Just finishing getting, looked like maybe 4 tires there. Showing a little bit of damage, but he's the only one left on pit road at the moment. Not sure if he's got damage that is going to keep him on pit road. And meanwhile, that puts Maurice Gomillion up at the point here. Okay, it looked like Stevens is on his way out now. So he was able to get, maybe it was just some damage or something he was getting worked on. There's Lewis, Christopher Lewis making his way in. Thomas Walter coming in. There's the 54 Max Foner. There's Matthew Mackin making his way in. Let's see if Maurice is in the chat here. Let's see. There he is. We're going to bring him up here for a minute. Hey, Maurice, it's Tony in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, I sure do, Tony. How you doing, man?
Pretty good, man. Boy, I tell you, you guys been really putting on a good show out there tonight, man. Some very long green flag runs.
You got that right, Tony. Car was quite a bit loose for me. I guess the guys got a good handle on it, but I'm still kind of struggling. So kind of stayed out this time to maybe get some more bonus points. But I'll probably pit in a second, though. Just I wanted to stay out and get the bonus points.
Does it feel like it gets looser on you on the longer the run goes, or towards the beginning, or?
It loose in the beginning. It kind of stabilizes a little bit more midway to the end of the run. It pushes at the end though, but the looseness is really bad in the car.
Right, now that's interesting because we were just talking about that earlier. Like, different guys have different feel for that. You know, some of them it feels tighter at the beginning and then looser at the end, or vice versa. So I guess it's just like, you know, we were saying, in any kind of fixed setup, it just kind of it's going to play to somebody's strengths, you know, one week to the next. You know, you just never kind of know, I guess.
Absolutely, you got that right.
Well, 10-4, man. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
I guess Watch On E Motorsports. You know, America's been doing a good job up there. I'm trying to hold my end of the bargain, I guess. So that's
10-4, man. Well, good luck, man. We'll talk to you later on.
Thank you, Tony. Take it easy, man.
Okay, Maury's down and away once again. Re-entering the fray. And caution here, we're on lap 173. Vincent Sora continues to lead, and the lights are on the pace truck. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a real quick break, and we will be right back. All right, here we are. Pace truck's getting ready to come in. Going to be the restart here. It'll be lap 175. Pace truck is in, waiting for that green flag, and we've got it. Racing here once again at Charlotte. Boy, they're really close together this time, folks. Sora, Watchhorn, and Sinchak, they're right there. Look at Sean Huffstudler. He's right up there at fourth spot. Oh, and we have a caution. And boy, I'm not even used to saying that a whole lot tonight. We've got a caution here. Let's see who might have been involved with that. Okay, looks like Thornock was involved. And looks like Westfield might have been involved as well. Let's run it back and see. Let's go back with Thornock here if we can see what happened here. Here we go on the restart. Oh, and I think something's happening in front of him. Oh, yeah, that's what's happened. Somebody got loose in front of him, and he's reacting. I think that's Adam Westfield, and Jesse was kind of reacting to it. He got into that outside wall, and there's the 92 of Westfield, and there's Thornock. He's going below. There's the 46, Mackin, and Dakota Moniz, the one machine. Boy, he got some heavy damage on the front of that one car. And yeah, so that's bad news. Bad news there for Dakota. He's definitely gonna have to use a fast repair if he still has it. We'll go ahead and take it live here. There's Dakota now bringing it on pit road, and let's hope he has a fast repair for that Burger King machine. Making his way down pit road. And and if he had a fast repair, he definitely would have used it. So he must have had to use that fast repair earlier in the race. So that may be required repairs. If it is, he might be there for a little while. So tough break there for Dakota. Let's see who else is on pit road. There's the 46 of Mackin. He's got about a bit of work to do. 07 of Bohannon. He's on pit road. I think he's been there though. He's like 2 laps down, and there's a 92 at Adam Westfield. Westfield right now is still on the lead lap. I don't know if his car running. I don't even hear it running at all, and he does have a bit of damage on the car. He may be just trying to get as much work done to. That was Joshua Stevens we saw go by in the foreground there. There's Thornock going by as well. There's Dakota Moniz. He's down and away, and there's Westfield now. He's finally away. Cut it close there. You know, the lead cars are coming around. He managed to stay on that lead lap though, I believe. He's like on the tail end of the lead lap. Making his way back around there. Vince Sora is now your leader. And while they're getting things sorted out here, we'll take another quick break and we'll be right back. You're watching the North American iRacing Stock Car Challenge here on Rice Motorsports TV.
We are back at North Wilkesboro, North Carolina, where the field is rolling out for the start of today's 400-lap race on this .625-mile racetrack. And just as the field comes around turn number 4, the sunshine peeks through, helping warm things here. Bill Elliott leads him down. Benny Parsons on the outside. The green flag flies, and the first Union 400 Winston Cup race from North Wilkesboro is underway. Everybody nicely through turns number 1 and 2 as Bill Elliott has the lead and Dale Earnhardt has jumped into second position, followed by Benny Parsons and Bobby Allison. Oh, here we go. It's just about to go away. They both coming out of turn 4. Earnhardt gets the lead. We had just heard from our spotters that Neil Bonnett. Will be his 24th career win. Dale Earnhardt wins the first Union 400 at North Wilkesboro.
Okay, folks, we're back, and we're still waiting for stuff to for the pace car. The lights are out. The lights are still actually on the pace truck, so we're going to try to see if we can find somebody here to talk to here, and let's see if they're going to go. Let's look and see if the lights go out on the pace car first before we try to grab another driver. And yep, okay. Well, so we're getting ready to go green. Let's see here. Well, actually, it looks like Watchorn is right at the front now, actually. After that caution, he's running first there. Or actually, I take that back. Sorry is at the front. They're just kind of jockeying for position. They're kind of moving back and forth. And all of your the heavy hitters are still up the front there. Sora, Watchorn, Sinchak, Huffstutler, and Crawlick. Ryan Ferraro, he's up there in the 6th spot. He's got Durhol, Schwingel, Gomillion, and Max Foner rounding out the top 10 there. in the number 54 car. Here we come around turns 3 and 4 here. Getting ready for the restart will be lap 181. And here we go. We start here at Charlotte. And this time Watchhorn's trying to make that lead stick, and doesn't look like Vince Soros wants to stay back there. He just likes it at the front. He's been there quite a bit today. And he's going to just battle him tooth and nail every lap of the way if he has to. Yeah, if they battle hard like this and all the way through a fuel run, and if that car is a little looser, like I said a little earlier, who knows? That might be something that Sora might like. You know, instead of him worrying about trying to lay back and conserve those tires, he may be perfectly happy with how the car's handling late into the run. As quick as he's been, and you can definitely see that once they start to get a little bit of tire degradation, you know, Watchorn may be up the front there now, but you know, there's a very good chance that Sora's going to reel him back in. He's actually kind of in the process of doing it already. And the two of them have checked out just a little bit from the rest of the field. Tom Sinchak, we're used to him being right up the front there, and he's been battling with Watchhorn so much, and he's kind of lost touch with them now a little bit. And Kralik continues to have a good night. He's coming under a bit of pressure there from Dustin Swingle and also the 24 car, Landon Durhold. There's right on board with Durhold here. See his perspective. Oh, that was Aaron Kralik. You know, sometimes he has a little bit of a connection issue, and that's never a good thing to see a guy just disappear in front of you there. But it hasn't happened that much today. Oh, boy, that was, wow, he just did slide up in front of the 16 car. Up into that 5th spot. Now, Kralik's coming under pressure from Sean Huffstedler. Huffstedler having a good night. Been up and down throughout the top 10. I think we saw him back as far as 15th at one point, but he made his way back up in the top 10 there, having a solid run for the 94 car. Thomas Walter, he's back in 11th position. Mixing it up with Max Fona there. Dakota Moniz right behind. Moniz taking a look on the inside. And he's going to get by Walter. Here comes Maurice Gomillion also going to get by the 57. And I think Walter, he was struggling just a little bit with the handling tonight, this setup for the track. So it may not be, you know, really to his liking, and just trying to figure out how to, you know, like he was telling us earlier, try to make those tires last. And so probably won't be his strongest run for certain. trying to stay close to that the top 10 as much as you can. There's Adam Westfield. Westfield, he's the last car on the lead lap. Currently running at 14. That's Jesse Thornock. He's not on the lead. Thornock's actually only one lap down. He's actually the only car that is one lap down. So if they were to get another caution, he'd get that lucky dog position. And the Westfield probably just let him go. There was no point in fighting him for that position, but they weren't actually battling for a position. Looks like he's coming up on Trammell. Trammell's still out there running. I tell you, James Trammell has had a rough night, but he is soldiering on. That's just what you got to do. You know, you may not be having the most fun time, but hey, you're out there to race and you're out there to finish. It's like folks running a marathon. You know, sometimes we see folks stumble and fall, and you know, or may have a little bit of an injury or something, but you know, they just want to cross that finish line. You know, it's just a thing where you just want to see that finish, regardless of what happens. You know, that's a sign of a true competitor, for sure. Meanwhile, up the front, there's Tom Simchak. He's got Landon Durhol trying to close in just a little bit. He's keeping an eye on Dustin Swingle there, and Sora and Watchorn, and right there in front of him, the top three. And we got only 57 laps to go here tonight at Charlotte. Things starting to get down to the nitty-gritty here, and they have all the possibility in the world to go green. And shoot, these guys might go green to the very. If this were to go green, they probably have the fuel to go get there. Let's see. Let's see, because Watchorn, all the guys at the front here, they all pitted on lap 170. Everybody down to 7th position pitted on lap 170. That's only 24 laps ago. So, yeah, and they can go. We saw, who was it, Mackin, he went like 103. So, yeah, definitely doable. So we may be looking at an absolute race to the finish here. Boy, they're really they're mixing it up here now. Watchorn, he saw that little bit of a lead that he had. It's kind of evaporating now. And Dustin Swingle, he might be a little bit of a sleeper there tonight. Swingle's kind of been, he's been kind of around there. Oh, we got a caution. Looks like it might be, is it Westfield? Not sure. Let's go down here and see. No, it looks like it might have been dealing with, well, there's Bohannon. Okay, yeah, he's involved. Let's see who else. Max Foner. Well, it wouldn't be him. Unless he already just went there. Bohannon, yeah, let's go ahead and run it back and see. Let's go back here with Bohannon and see if we can see what happened. He's racing along here. Wait a minute, let's slow it down. Is there something happening in front of him? Oh, yeah, here we go. And, oh, boy. Yeah, there's definitely something happening in front of him. Let's move. Who is that? I couldn't see who that was. Oh, and he's about to pile into the 54 there. And, yeah, that definitely didn't need that. So there were several drivers involved there. Let's go ahead and bring that round here. So that's a caution here, lap 198. Getting close to the, getting down to almost 50 laps to go. And boy, and the guys are coming in pit road here. And this is, things are going to start getting interesting here. Because we're starting to play for all the marbles, and don't go anywhere. We're going to be right here to the end. So I will. We'll definitely be here, and we'll be right back after this quick break. And you're watching the North American iRacing Stock Car Challenge here on Rice Motorsports TV. All right, we're back here with the North American iRacing Stock Car Challenge, and lap 201. We're under caution here, and Christopher Lewis there. He's not your leader. He's at the. He'll probably get a wave around here next time the truck crosses the pace truck crosses the start finish line, where it should be our one to go, and then he will get a wave around, and then our leader right here, Dustin Swengel, will be at the point for the restart here. And it kind of, am I seeing things? Are those guys teammates, perhaps? I'm looking at the paint job there. Yeah, they have the same, okay, they're identical cars there with a little bit of the where the numbers are. So they must be, I'm thinking there may be teammates there. So yeah, String will be happy to see his teammate get back around and to the tail end of the lead lap. Anyway, 'cause I think who is that? Christopher Lewis. Now Lewis, he's only one lap down, and he gets this wave around, and that should put him back on the lead lap, I believe. And there we go. Lights are out on the pace truck, so he will zoom on around here and. As they make their way around, they're only going into turns 1 and 2. You can see he's down there almost the end of the backstretch already. Actually, I think he was at the tail end of being one lap down. At least this way, he'll still be. Let's see, when he crosses the line, I believe that he'll still be a lap down, but he'll definitely be in the lucky dog position here for sure. As he catches up to the back of the field. Looks like Max Foner has retired his machine. And a rough night there for the 54 car. And Lewis comes in the back of the pack there. Schwingel and company making their way through turns 3 and 4. Be lap 203 of 250 when we go green. Here we go for the restart, folks. Should be a good one. Green flag's out. We're racing again here at Charlotte. Now, we haven't seen Stringle up at the front here all night, especially on a restart. Let's see what the 9 car can do with the 14 and the 19. Like Sora's trying to make a move on the outside, and he does. Well, he just about makes a move anyway. Watchorn trying to push that 9 car forward. Now they all pitted on lap 198, so everybody's got good tires. And and they're getting into it. Oh no, not again. We've seen it before. Oh man. Say it isn't so. And Vincent Sora has been so strong, and we've seen him in that position before, and he just gets caught by something very unfortunate. And from the looks of it, I mean, there's some other, let's see. I tell you, that's just bad news there. And he's trying to make his way around to pit road. We don't even have a report of Vince wrecking here, so I can't jump back to his replay. You know, let's just run it back manually here, so we can kind of see what happened here to the 14. Okay, here we go. We'll slow it down for you here. And there's Swingle on the inside. And there's Watchorn, and they're crossing the start-finish line there. And let's look at it from Watchorn's perspective. Excuse me. They're making their way down to turn 1 here. Sora, he's got that high line, and Swingle's running. He's keeping it down low there. I mean, here comes. Now, I don't know. Swingle. He moved up a little bit, but Sora came down a bit too, and so yeah. I mean, I don't know. And then just into the wall there. Now he may have the line. And there goes the 24. Just just hit him hard, and there was nothing he could do to really avoid the 14 there. There goes Adam Westfield, and there goes who was that? Was that Max? I couldn't tell who that was. I think that was a 12 car. Oh, and Trammell, the 20, as if he hasn't had enough bad luck tonight, he piles into the 14, and here it just continues. There's the 46, Mackin, I think he gives him one more shot for good measure there. And I tell you, that is just awful luck there for the 14. Let's take it live here once again. And oh man, poor Vincent Sora. And apparently, I wonder if he towed in, because he may. We haven't seen him really be in any thing earlier in the race. I don't recall, and he he may have decided to tow the car in. He may still have a fast repair, but I mean, if he had to tow the car in, then he's obviously going to lose a lap. And with the way laps are clicking off now, we're at lap 206 of 50, only 44 to go. He would definitely be hard pressed to try to get that lap back once he tows it, because it takes a couple of minutes just to tow in. And there goes the field now going by. I think there's the pace truck and the leaders they're going by. Oh boy, he is not a happy camper right now. I can tell you that much. He is not a happy camper. But yeah, so that's I mean, that's racing, and that's it's just very unfortunate. Let's see, and he's the only one really on pit road. Let's see, Christopher Lewis, he's there. I think he's been there a while though, and of course Bohannon, he's been there for a little while too. Actually, there's Lewis now on his way out. Lewis is only a lap down, so I think it was Bohannon that had been there for a while. And Vince Sora continues to sit there, and like I said before, he may be a situation where he's towing in, and I tell you, 2 minutes is an absolute eternity, and don't know if let's see. He obviously he has not retired the car, so he's probably going to try to make it to the finish, but definitely did not need that. He's going to end up going a second lap down here, and Bohannon actually moved. And Bohannon is out on track again. Remember, we had said he had been on pit road for a good little while, and so he's actually moved ahead of Sora. Sora continues to sit there as your leaders go by. Now Dustin Schwingel is your leader with Merrick Watchhorn, Tim Sinchak, Aaron Kralik, Sean Huffstetler in fifth, Landon Durhol, Maurice Gomillion, Dakota Moniz, and, Ryan Ferraro, and Jesse Thornott is your top 10. And right now we're showing 12 cars on the lead lap. Let's see if Dustin is in here. Let's see if Dustin Schwingel is in the chat server here. Let's see. I don't see him. He may not be, because not everybody's in the chat server. And I don't think he is. I don't think he is. Let's look back. Let's see. Try to find somebody else we haven't talked to. There's Jesse Thornott. Let's look and see real quick. Are we getting ready to go green? No, we're going to have at least one more lap of caution here. Let's go try to grab Jesse here. And I think I saw him in the chat server here. Hey, Jesse, it's Tony in the booth. You got a copy?
I gotcha.
Hey, man, I tell you, boy, things starting to get a little heated out there now. Yeah, the closer we get to the end, boy, you guys have really had some long runs, but folks starting to get after it, and you're up in getting close to that top 10, and anything can happen, huh?
Absolutely, yeah. So I actually still have a set of tires in the bank too, so I'm hoping for another caution here, maybe around 220. Burn off some more laps, and then I'll be in a pretty good spot.
How you been liking the setup? You like it better on the short runs or the long runs, or what?
Definitely long runs, yeah. Yeah, the long runs have been a lot better once we kind of get into the groove. The short runs, it's pretty slick, but yeah, no, it's been an awesome race so far. Hopefully finish it out here pretty good.
10-4. Anybody want to give a shout out to before I send you back to your channel?
Thornock Racing on YouTube, Thornock Racing on Facebook. That's where we're at. Appreciate my wife letting me do this. And yeah, that's it. Let's go get this.
10-4. You were down at Larson Line, correct?
Yes.
Okay, good luck, man. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you very much.
Good night. Okay, and there he is back, and just in time for the restart. I was trying to get him back to his channel. Here he is, lap 210 of the restart here. Oh no! He said he wanted another caution, and caution is back out. What? I wonder what. Oh my goodness. Let's see. There's Mackin. Let's see. He went off, and let's see. Maybe Christopher Lewis. He might have been involved. Let's go back here. Let's run it back here, see if we can see what happened here. Oh boy, there it is. We're right in the middle of it there. Let's run that back a little bit here. Here's the restart. Okay, let's slow it down and see what's going on here. Lewis is the 48 car. The blue car right there, and there's the 07. Justin Bohannon, he's trying to squeeze in there between him and the 46 of Mackin, and yeah, that just didn't work there for none of the guys there. That didn't work at all, and there's those three, and unfortunately, and there goes that's what brought out the caution there. We'll go ahead and bring it back live here. So guys are trying their best to make something happen here at the end, but you know, sometimes it just doesn't always work out too good. Boy, I tell you, we've really been enjoying ourselves here tonight, and hope you have been as well. And just you know, we've got racing all through the week, and now they're taking the day off tomorrow because of Father's Day, but normally on Sundays we also have the North American Fantasy ARCA Series, runs every Sunday, and then join us Monday for USA Super Late Model Series, and then on Thursdays we have the Midwest Winston Cup Series. And all of this is right here on Rice Motorsports TV. I don't think anybody's going to come in the pit road, I would not think. And Vince Sora, he's still sitting there. Let's see. He's now 6 laps down. Boy, I tell you, I would talk to Vince, but I don't think he might not be in a good mood to be talked to right now. And you got to, oh man, excuse me. There's not much you can say there. You know, it might have been one of those racing deals where, you know, Stringle had to move up a little bit. Momentum might have brought him up, and Sora had to come down a little bit just to, you know, run the line that he was running, so as not to hit the wall. And might have been just a little bit more of just a racing deal, and that kind of thing can happen. But just really, really bad luck there. And just saw Mike Vano. He's been having a rough night, and chatting with the folks in the chat there. And yeah, you know, sometimes it can be like that, man. I tell you, it can be long. Who is that? Somebody's on their way out. That was Christopher Lewis. He was one of the guys involved. And Dustin Swingle, he continues to lead here. Let's see something here. let's see if we can. Let's look at. There's Thomas Walter. He's back in the 10th spot, and Brian Ferraro's 9th, and got some guys in there. Everybody's fighting hard to stay up in there, you know. Looks like I believe did the lights go out on the pace truck? It might be going green this time around as we cross the line here. And looks like, no, they have one more lap. They're going to have at least one more lap of caution to go. Let's see if we can grab another driver here. Someone that we haven't talked to tonight. Let's see. We talked to Adam. We talked to just about everybody almost. Let's see, is Dakota? Dakota, he's running 7th. And let's see if Dakota's in the chat here. I thought I might have saw him in there. There he is. Okay. Move him up to the broadcast booth here. Hey, Dakota, Tony in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Hey, man. Well, I tell you, you're surviving out there, man, and got yourself up well up into that top 10, man. How things been going for you?
It's been going pretty easy, just taking it easy and trying to save tires as much as I can and get this thing to the finish.
10-4, and because they had like 6 sets of tires available tonight. Was that what it was?
Yes, and I've managed to have an extra set in the bank right now, so we get a decent run here and then get another caution, be able to come down and put those on for the finish.
Yeah, man, I tell you, in a way you don't want to see it because you had some really long green flag runs the first half of the race, and of course I guess everybody's getting up on the wheel now, starting to get after it, and things starting to happen. But yeah, that's always a good deal to have an extra set of tires in your back pocket there.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone's getting a lot more racy here, and we just solved an incident, get taken out there, so it's definitely the intensity is definitely picking up here.
10-4. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
Just give a shout out to, like I always do, my teammates. They're out here keeping it clean with me as well and helping me. We're all, strategizing what to do here and getting our cars up here. So just a big shout out to them and just get this race finished here.
10-4. Well, good luck, man. We'll talk to you later. Now I'll put you back.
All right, appreciate it, Tony. Thank you.
Good now. Bye. That's Dakota Moniz, and trying to he's up in that top 10 there, and gonna do everything he can to stay up there. And I tell you, he's in a good spot though, because I mean he's near the front, and sometimes being near the front can be a better thing than being back in the mid pack. Although we just saw Vince Sora, he was running like between second and third there, and sometimes even being at the front, not always the best place to be, but typically is. And but yeah, man, in for some more good racing here. The guys are making their way through turns 3 and 4. I think the pace truck, there he goes. He's exiting onto the pits. Wait for that green flag to come out, and we're racing once again. Schwengel takes them down to turn 1. And here they are racing down the backstretch. Yeah, I think the time for fun and games is over, boys and girls, and everybody's going to really start getting after it now. Whatever you've got, it's time to just have to put your cards on the table. Looks like Dustin Bohannon, both him and Joshua Stevens are on pit road or exiting pit road. Trying to make their way back out and finish this race. Meanwhile, there your leaders. Schwengel's now in the second position. Watchorn's now up to the point. Question is, can he stay there? One of the strongest cars that was battling with him, Vince Sora, is he's still on pit road, and he hasn't retired the car, but he's just doing whatever he can, I guess, to try to get it back out there and finish see the checkered flag. And here comes Aaron Kralik on the outside of the 19. And did he score a point there? Yeah, there he goes. Got some bonus points there for leading a lap. I think he was scored his first as they crossed the line. Now he's back to second once again. He drops in behind Watchorn. Here are lap 200 and 220 of 250 now. Only 30 to go here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Let's see, let's look behind him and see, it looks like Sinchak is right there. And there's Sean Hofstadler. Once again, when it comes time to get down to the nitty gritty, Sean Hofstadler is right there, and he is, oh no, who was that? Caution is out. That was Watchorn. Oh my goodness. What in the world? Okay, you know, we're going to have to run the tape back on that one and see what happened here. Did they get, well, I'll click on the wrong one. Let's see. Let's go to Watchorn here. Oh, and let's run it back here. Might have been a little bit of, okay, let's slow it down here. Oh, shoot. What am I doing here? Let's go live and run that back again. So we can see what happened here. It looks like Aaron Kralik was involved there, and we're going to slow it down just a little bit. Here we go. And they're coming down the start-finish line. Kralik's right behind the 19, going to move to the inside. And that was all it took right there. I think just a little bit, I don't know. I guess maybe Watchorn was trying to protect that inside. But Kralik, he didn't let up. And so Watchorn didn't hit anything. Just going to go plop a little bit of grass here from the looks of it and managed to stay off of that wall. So the Twiggy machine will keep on rolling. And now we are live again. Now he is on pit road. Going to probably get, I'm thinking a lot of these guys on pit road, they've got that last set of tires now, you know, just right around 25 laps to go. It'll be less than 25 to go when we go green again. A lot of guys on pit road getting those last sets of tires. There's Swingle and Dakota Moniz. I think he had a set, and I think Jesse Thornock had a set left. So they're all getting there. Landon Durhold, he's on his way out. Vincent Sora continues to sit on pit road. He has not retired the car. There's Watchorn on his way out. Now he's back showing 13th position. So he's going to have a little work to do. He probably can get up there, but he's going to have a little work to do. And I tell you, the guys in front of him not going to make an easy day of it, that's for sure. Especially everybody having fresh tires, and it's getting this close to the end of the race. I mean, this is not even the distance of a sprint race. And I tell you, this could get very interesting here. I see a few more guys pitting there. I think it's Westfield, Christopher Lewis going in, the Calhoun. He's going in. Aaron Kralik is your leader. And this may, I think he might have got a point for, got the bonus points for leading the lap one time. I think he had beaten Watchorn to the line before this last caution, one particular lap, just for a fraction of a second there. But he definitely got the points now. We got Sinchak there in second. Sean Huffstutler up to third position. I wonder if Sean is in the chat. I haven't looked to see. Not sure, because a lot of the guys are on teams, and then there are guys who are not on teams. Like, hey, yeah, here's Sean. Sean's up there. Oh, he doesn't have his mic. He doesn't have his mic on. We're going to see if we can bring him down here anyways. Maybe we can unmute his mic. We'll see here in a minute. Let's see. And let's see if we can unmute him. No, we can't do that. Hey, Sean, this is Tony in the booth. You got a copy? Not sure if he's got his headset on. He might just have his mic muted. I was hoping maybe he had his ears on so he could hear us, but apparently he cannot. And we can't unmute him ourselves. He would have to do that, so we'll just put him back up where he was. But yeah, he's out right up there, third position. Well, I tell you, the laps are really winding down now, and definitely getting to be go time. Let's see, he's got Thomas Walter right behind him there. Let's see if we can. Thomas, he's up there now, and this is definitely going to be interesting. We'll grab Thomas again. Hey, Thomas, Tony in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, Tony.
Boy, this thing's really, things are just changing lap after lap very quickly now. I tell you, boy, it's just hard to know what's going to happen next, huh?
What, 50 laps ago, I thought my race was over. I thought I had a good strategy call with coming in early, get some tires, then obviously got caught up in that accident. Got caught up in the other accident, had a penalty, had to come down pit road, and unfortunately, Vincent got caught up in an accident there. But that really helped me out because I was on pit road for serving that penalty, so I didn't go a lap down. But here we are in fourth. I don't know how I got up here, but it's about to get crazy, man. It's getting wild. I didn't. It's especially with the first part of the first half of the race.
Right, and. Because I know you were worried about kind of conserving those tires, but now, I mean, you've got less than 25 laps to go, and everybody's got, I guess you got fresh tires like everybody else, and that's kind of not a factor now, is it?
It's go time no matter what. I mean, if you got old tires, new tires, doesn't matter. If you're not pushing, then you're not going to the front. So hopefully we can pull it off here, but.
Yeah, 10-4, man, and so we wish you good luck, man, and we'll talk to you on the other side there.
All right, it's good.
10-4. All right, man, that's Thomas Walter, and had a little bit of his good fortune, with the bad fortune for Merrick Watchorn there, and so now it's just a question of can he capitalize on it. Watchorn, he's not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. He's back there in 11th position. And let's see. Let's look at the front here. I think the lights are out. Yeah, the lights are out on the pace truck. So we're just getting ready to go green here again. Boy, it's going to be lap 228 when we cross the line here. Boy, I tell you, this has been a pretty darn exciting race here. Aaron Kralik's at the point. He's got Tom Sinchak, Sean Huffstutler, Thomas Walter, Maurice Gomillion, and Landon Durhol, Dustin Swingle, Ryan Ferraro, Jesse Thornock, and Dakota Moniz. And here we go, possibly for the last time, restart here at Charlotte. Make their way through turns 1 and 2. coming under heavy pressure there from the 8 machine of Tom Sinchak. And we've seen that high line work very good to defend the position. It's kind of hard to go under a guy there unless you seriously got a better pace than he does. Hofstadler back in third, starting to get a little pressure from the 57, Thomas Walter. Next time around, it'll be 20 laps to go. There's Sinchak taking a look down on the inside. I think could have sworn I saw Karlik get just a little bit loose coming off the line there. He might have opened the door there. Looks like Hofstadler's going to try. Oh, and he's down. Oh, man, and Walter had to get out of it. And also the 24, Landon Durhol. Oh, man, that could have been disastrous. Thomas Walter, he had to check up a bit there, and you can see a little bit of damage on the rear of that car when he had to check up so he wouldn't pile into those guys. And here we are, lap 231. He didn't need that for sure. He's going to try to see if he can race his way to the front again. All of the leaders are right there. Oh, and we do have a caution. Caution is out. Let's see. Let's see who is involved here. Looks like it might be Calhoun and Bohannon. There's Bohannon right there. And there's Calhoun. He's still running. Let's take a look at Calhoun here and let's see what happened. Okay, there he's there, and there's Bohannon right in front of him. He had already lost it, and looked like he's trying to gain control of the 07 machine. And and he just about had it, and then here comes the 4 Calhoun right into the back of him, and he went from saving it to riding the fence there in spectacular form. Look at the fireworks there, right over the 4 car. Wow. Do a few pirouettes for good measure. Man, that was a wild ride there for Dustin Bohannon there. And doesn't look like anybody else was involved or caught up in that. We'll take it back live here. And obviously, if he had already had a faster pair, he wouldn't have been running around with the car looking like that anyway. But probably going to have to get a little bit more work done to the 07 just to get it to the finish line. Another driver having a bit of a long night. And matter of fact, though, he's only 3 laps down, so it hasn't been too long a night. But, man, he definitely paid his dues tonight. He's been getting in some stuff tonight, and but he's hanging in there. Going to try to get that 07 machine fixed in time to get back out there. Meanwhile, up at the point, the 8 machine, Tom Sinchak, he's now your leader. Followed by Kralik, Durhold, Hufstutler, Schwingel, Walter, Merrick Watchorn. Watchorn now up to 7th. I think he was, what was he, like 13th or so, or 11th position? And now he's up to 7th or 8th, as they're jockeying around back and forth a little bit. But the laps are slowly winding down, and time is kind of running out for the 19. He can see the lead right up there. I mean, it is so close. But you got a lot of hungry guys right around you, and they're going to be fighting them tooth and nail every inch of the way. Whatever positions he gets, he's going to definitely earn them, that's for sure. Thomas Walter, you can see that damage right in the middle of his rear bumper. It got caved in there, and he probably, when he checked up, he probably saved the lives of several of those guys out there, because everybody would have gotten taken out if he had gotten sideways, if he couldn't avoid what was happening in front of him earlier. So he definitely took the brunt of that for sure. And the rear spoiler looks pretty good. I don't know how that's going to affect his aero, his handling, and he might still be a bit racy. We'll find out here. And I tell you what, if he can keep the 19 behind him and even the 28, he's definitely still got some race in him if he's able to do that with that damage. Landon Durhol, he's been quietly making his way up to the front there and just kind of hanging around, and he's just being there. This is one of those race folks where, it just seems like you kind of thought, from initially looking at it, yeah, so-and-so is so strong, man, he's just going to run away with this thing. And or at least one or two guys you could look at. And one of those guys right now is unfortunately out of the picture. That's the 14 event Sora. And he definitely would have been up in the thick of things here, if his luck had been a little better. But sometimes it's the guy that may not always be up at the front, during the whole race. And I'll tell you, man, we've seen it plenty of times. It's not where you start, it's where you finish. And the lights are, let's see, they're going to probably have at least one more lap of caution here. So we're going to take one more quick break, and we will be right back. And you're watching the North American iRacing Stock Car Challenge here on Rice Motorsports TV.
We are back at North Wilkesboro, North Carolina, where the field is rolling out for the start of today's 400-lap race on this .625-mile racetrack. And just as the field comes around turn number 4, the sunshine peeks through, helping warm things here. Bill Elliott leads him down. Benny Parsons on the outside. The green flag flies, and the first Union 400 Winston Cup race from North Wilkesboro is underway. Everybody nicely through turn number 1 and 2 as Bill Elliott has the lead, and Dale Earnhardt has jumped into second position, followed by Benny Parsons and Bobby Allison. Here we go. It's just about to go away. They both coming out of turn 4. Earnhardt gets the lead. We had just heard from our spotters that Neil will be his 24th career win. Dale Earnhardt wins the first Union 400 at North Wilkesboro.
Okay, we're back. And I believe the lights are out on the pace truck here. Making our way down the backstretch, getting ready for the restart. It'll be lap 237 when we cross the line. I tell you, Aaron Kralik, he's there. I think it's actually who's the leader? Looks like Tom Sinchak. He's on the inside line there. Oh, and Kralik, he's blinking a little bit. Boy, that could also add to the mix here. Waiting for that pace truck. Here he goes. And we're waiting for the green flag, and we've got it. And they're racing here at lap 237 at Charlotte. Everybody's off and running. And Kralik, he didn't get a great start at all. Oh, who is that? Oh, my goodness. Caution is out. Oh, my goodness. And you know what? Boy, I tell you, talk about his luck. He's been strong all race long, and I think Lady Luck just kind of just turned her back on him here at the end of this race here. And looks like he decided to just tow in. He couldn't even get the car to turn. And I tell you, man, that's just a tough break for the 19 there. Let's see. Thomas Walter, where is he at? He's still rolling. Let's go back and look at Merrick here and see what happened. Let's slow it down here. And there's Watchhorn down on the inside. He's behind Dakota Moniz there. It looks like he moved up. Something happened, and the 19 car moved up and hit the 57 of Thomas Walter, and they both went hard into the wall. You know, I've seen that myself sometimes racing. Let's run that back again. I don't know if it's some kind of a glitch, iRacing glitch or what. Let's slow that down. Let's go to the roof cam here, and you can see him running along there. Here's Watchhorn. Okay, the car didn't snap loose, but for whatever reason, he just turned up to the 57. Because I've seen sometimes cars will just all of a sudden shoot to the right, but that seemed more like a gradual thing. I don't know if something happened with his controls or what, but man, bad luck there for the 19 and for the 57. Oh, and the 4 car, that didn't help either. In the 4, he was just trying to slow down Calhoun. There was no way he could get out the way there in time. No, so he's incurred a little bit more damage as well. And Walter, let's take that back live here. And Thomas Walter, he's on pit road. He may have to, I don't think he has a faster pair, I guess, and he may have to wait it out for them to get around. He's still on the lead lap. Okay, he was able to get it running there. So he'll at least be able to, he's 13th position there. At least he'll hopefully get to see the start finish. I mean, see the checkered flag here. Boy, this has been a long, exciting race, but now it's starting to turn into a little bit of a long, brutal race for some of the drivers out there, and I think they're just ready to get this thing over with. Walter making his way back around, trying to catch up to the pack. He is the tail end of the lead lap. Watchhorn would be the next car to be a lucky dog. Right now, he's showing 3 laps down. He might even still be towing back to the pits. You know, might not even. I don't even know if he has a faster pair or not. But because his car, you can see, is still sitting there, and he hasn't really. I don't think he's really been in a lot of trouble all race long. He might still have a faster pair. Who knows? But no, towing back is always such a killer time. It's such a time killer, and you can easily lose a couple of laps waiting for the car to get back to the pits. And so, we might wait this out and see if he can get going again. Only 10 laps to go. Be 9 to go when they cross the line. Tough break for the 19. And Tom Sinchak, now he is your leader. And there he is, Landon Durhol. I was saying he's been really quiet there. And Dustin Swingle. And like I said, I may be wrong, but I believe that's 2 teammates. They got the same identical cars sponsorship-wise. So it'd be hard to think that they're not teammates. So, hey, Sinchak might be in a little bit of trouble there. Jesse Thornock, he's right there in the 4th spot. Man, that's having a great run there for the 28 car. Of course, Aaron Kralik, he's you kind of expect him to be up there near the front anyway, as long as he doesn't get in trouble. He's managed to stay out of trouble all night long. And I tell you, boy, it could be anybody's race. There's Sean Huffstutler, and he's been hanging around in the top 5, or top 10 all race long. Dakota Moniz having a good race tonight. We've seen him get caught up in a few incidents, things not of his own doing and stuff. And Good to see him up in the top 10. Of course, Christopher Lewis in the 48. Nice, he's enjoying being there. Maurice Million in the top 10. Ryan Ferraro is rounding out the top 10, and followed by Westfield and Walter. Making our way down. Okay, we're going to have at least one more lap of caution. And let's see. We always want to try to grab a different driver if we can. Let's see if, I don't know if Dustin Swingle is in the chat or not. Let's take a look, see here. Now, we tried to talk to Sean earlier, but he doesn't have his mic on, so we aren't able to get him in the channel here. Let's see. Where's Ryan at? Is Ryan Ferraro in? He's in the. Did we talk to Ryan? I don't remember if we talked to Ryan or not. Well, the lights are out on the pace car anyway, and we'll be going green the next time around. Boy, I tell you, this is it's been an exciting race. Watching all of the green flag running, and now the way things are going now, I tell you, it's it's turning into a bit of a barn burner. But I tell you, boy, it's now they say it ain't over till it's over, and getting to the point where you don't know who's going to win this thing, And we've got 13 cars on the lead lap. Watchorn has decided to put it behind the wall. Pace truck coming out of 4. He'll be turning on the pit road any second now. There he goes. Sinchak waiting for that green flag. And here we go. Restart lap 243. There's Dustin Swingle trying to hold on. With Landon Durhol right behind him. Aaron Kralik, there's Jesse Thornock. Boy, 6 laps to go. Looks like Sinchak he's just kind of, I don't know if the car is loose or he's just doing anything he can to try to break the draft a little bit or what. And boy, they're just bearing down on him hard, boy, I tell you. Now lap 245 when he crossed the line. Landon Durhol trying to find a way around the 9 car. And Swingle, he pushes up high that time. He's up by the wall. Durhol might have a run. Durhol, he's been strong up there too. Oh boy, and the 8 car just drops down in front of him. Just if he had stayed up there, I think the 24 would have got right on by. And as they cross the line, Sinchak under heavy pressure. Oh, and he almost chops the nose of the 24 off. You can't guard both high line and low line at the same time. Here's Swingle trying to take advantage of that. That might have been a little bit of teamwork action going on there. You can't, one guy's running interference there. Swingle now at the point. And now it's going to be Landon Durhol try to keep pressure on the 8 machine so that the 9 can get away. Of course, he's got Aaron Kralik to deal with as well. We lap 248 when we cross the line here. Uh-oh, and taking a look on the inside. Now, Sinchak has to stay up there. He doesn't really have the room to come down. He is not clear at all. Durholm might be able to make the move on him on the inside. And he does slots up into second position. They're going to try to battle off. Man, this is their nose to tail. That was so close. Lap 249. It's going to be white flag next time around. Right now, it's teammates battling. Man, who's going to get this thing? Swingle is trying to hold on. Durholm would love to get that second position. Sinchak is fighting for everything he's got to get around that 24. Aaron Kralick's back there, but he can't quite get up there. Jesse Thornock having a good run, too. White flag is in the air. And here they go, down into turn one. Swingle might be okay as long as he can stay clear of those two. But, I mean, second and third place. Now Durholm is up into second. Sinchak's looking on the inside. Now trying to find any kind of way around. And now Landon Durholm is going to come to the front. And it's going to be a drag race to the line. Who is it, folks? Who got it? And looks like the winner was Landon Durholm, the 24 car. He managed to snatch it away from the 9 of Dustin Swingle right at the last moment. And Landon Durholm is your winner tonight here at Charlotte. Boy, Landon Durholm, I told you he was hanging around up there all race long in that top 10 and even up into the top 5. And he was just not going to be denied tonight. I think they definitely wanted to see one of those two cars make it across the finish line first. And they actually ended up finishing 1-2. Wow. That was an awesome finish there. Let's see if we can get the guys down here to, let's see, we'll see who we can get down into the, winner's circle here. So we're going to move Sinchak down to the winner's circle. And see if we can get Swingle. Let's see if we can find Swingle. If we can find him. Not sure if he's in there. Let's see. We're trying to find Swingle and Sinchak as well. Not Sinchak, but Durholm. Okay, there's Dustin Durholm. We're going to move him as well. And we got 2 of the guys in there. I don't think Swingle, I'm not sure if Swingle is even in here. I don't see him in the chat, but we're going to go ahead and move down here with the rest of the guys. Hey, guys, Tony Rice in the booth, man. I tell you, man, I think Swingle, I don't think he's in the chat, but Landon, boy, I tell you, man, congratulations. Man, you were hanging around, and things kept happening, and luck changing for other folks. And I started getting that feeling. I wasn't going to say nothing, but boy, I tell you, man, you just were not going to be denied tonight, were you?
Yeah, that last stop we had, I don't think it was maybe 28 to go, somewhere in that ballpark. We came in for tires, and after that, I knew, me and Dustin were coming up through the field really fast, and it was pretty obvious we were going to have a pretty good shot. And I got to thank Tom for running us clean there. We were all running really hard and blocking it, like we needed to. So kept it clean. I appreciate him running with us. Good. Got a shout out to Dustin and our sponsor, LMC Gear, 1-2 for them.
I tell you, man.
LMCgear.com.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And I tell you, because at one point they looked like maybe you were running a little interference for him he could get to the front, and then you guys just ended up battling for it, man. I was like, man, this might be a 1-2 for the team here.
Yeah, we were obviously trying to make sure one of us would win it. And then on that last lap there, it's all fair game for everybody. And he opened the door, and I stuck my nose down in there, and it stuck. So I just hammered down.
10-4. Congratulations, man. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I got to thank Chris Lewis, my teammates, Dustin Schwingle, and Joshua Stevens, and most of all, lmcgear.com. Go there if you need some lightweight motorcycle camping gear. They have tons of great stuff.
10-4, man. Congratulations, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks for the broadcast. You always do a great job.
10-4, thank you. Hey, man, Tom, I tell you, man, what can you say? I mean, you had your hands full there, and I mean, to have two teammates battling there, and there's not a whole lot. What else could you do?
I mean, I tried to make that stuff stick. They had, I don't know, 10 lap fresher tires on it. It's hard to tell with all the pit stops and stuff, but it definitely had fresher tires. It showed. I'm not not taking anything away from them at all, but
Right.
They did one hell of a strategy, because in my mind I thought there was going to be another caution, and I contemplated taking tires the last set that I took, but I took them, figured whatever. I didn't know if anybody else had them, but they did a great job with their strategy, and they did a great job not wrecking each other for the win, because that last lap, that's all I was hoping for.
I tell you, man, it was getting kind of close to us. Man, they're either going to finish 1-2 or might do the unthinkable and take themselves out. Good grief.
No, they were super clean, and I got to thank them also for racing me super clean. But I knew that 24 was coming. I definitely knew he was coming. I saw him coming over the rearview mirror before that last caution. So you got to throw your hats off to that whole team who just did a burnout out there, but especially those two guys.
Right, and I tell you, man, you guys are racing hard all race long. You and the 14 and the 19,
God,
and I mean, and just for everything that happened the way it happened, it's like wow, and didn't see that happening. But yeah, man, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Give a shout out to my Uncle Mike, my cousin Jesse, and my brother Rob, who are all watching up in New York State right now, screaming their heads off. But I'm sure they're watching it right now, so they're going to kick out of that.
10-4, man. We're going to let you go celebrate, man, and we'll see you next week.
All right, bud. Thank you.
Okay, now. All right, folks, and that's going to do it for us here tonight, and so we're going to go ahead and pull up these final standings here for you, the race results here. And whoops, let's look at the right one here. There we go. Oh, my apologies. I had to do some little changing around. Let's clear that out for a second, and I got to change something here so that you can see the right graphics here, because everybody was having some weird stuff going on tonight, and myself included. So we're going to bring that here. And okay, let's go ahead and bring up those results again here. There we go. Landon Durhol, your winner. Dustin Swingle, second. Tom Sinchak, third place. Aaron Kralik, fourth. Jesse Thornock, fifth. Dakota Moniz, sixth. Sean Huffstudler, seventh. Christopher Lewis, eighth. Joshua Stevens, ninth. Maurice Gomillion, 10th place. Adam Westfield, 11th. Thomas Walter in 12th position. Ryan Ferraro, 13th. Merrick Watchorn finished 14th. Dustin Bohannon, 15th. Gene Calhoun, 16th. Vince Sora, 17th. Max Foner, 18th position. In 19th, we had Matthew Mackin, James Turnell in 20th. Mike Vano in 21st. Patrick Hernandez, he actually didn't start the race. And Danny Long also, they were scored 22nd and 23rd. So for all of us here at the Rice Motorsports TV, I want to thank you for coming out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And for all of us here, have a lovely evening.